What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be rescuing a gas tanker from, I guess he ended up getting stuck at a gas station in American Plains mudding. So if you guys are excited for this insane rescue that we are going to be accomplishing today, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. And I think we should begin with the video. What day is it? It's Tuesday. I gotta get to work. Hold on, I gotta go to the restroom first. Let me close the door. Alright, I'm finished. Let me check my phone if I have any work to do. One message from friend. Nope. What about this one? Oh, nice. Looks like we've got a job. Looks like today's job is to rescue a tanker. And you might ask, well, what is a tanker, Hakai? Well, tankers are the ones that fill up the gas station with gas. So apparently the battery ended up dying and I'm gonna have to go pick it up, take it to the mechanic shop, and that's pretty much it. It's going to be an easy job, but not a light one. It is pretty heavy. So before we do get into it, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So my vehicle is in the garage, so let's see, which car are we taking today? Ooh, we got the Mustang. I did end up giving it like a blue wrap, so it does look a little bit nicer, and I made the seats match the color. Look at that. So let's give it a cold start in 3, 2, 1. Listen to this thing purr. I forgot to mention that I just supercharged this Mustang as well, since we've been making good money off these small jobs. We've been able to upgrade the Mustang to be a little bit much more faster as well. Let me quickly pull over and give you guys the game plan on what we're going to be doing. So let me pull over. So first we're going to head over to pick up the truck, which is going to be located right here, and then we're going to go drive a little bit more up and then pick up the trailer. And then once we've got the trailer connected to the semi, we're going to be able to head over to the gas station, which is over here, and we're gonna be able to give it some power, just enough to put it on top of our semi and then take it to the mechanic shop. So we do have 10 minutes to do this job, and we gotta make sure it does not become night, because if it does become night, they're probably not gonna pay me, because this job is on a time frame. So there's a stop sign right here. Let me come to a slow stop, turn on my blinkers, and then just make sure that no one is coming, which seems to be the case, that no one is coming. There we go. And now let's quickly drive to pick up our semi. I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos, all the content lately. If you guys do have any video ideas or suggestions, let me know. I'm always open to be doing new video ideas. And what do we have over here? Oh, this guy just crashed. So let me quickly go around him. There we go. We should be able to see the semi, which is right there. Let's leave our car parked right here. I don't think anyone would steal it, hopefully. So let me back up and park it right here. All right, park, and then engine is off. All right, this is the semi. Nice. Engine is on, and let's head over to pick up a trailer. So let me put on my blinkers. Let me turn on my lights. All right, nice. And then let me make sure the road is clear, and let's pull in. Everything's going so good so far. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull in right here, and it looks like it's a giant mess. What is going on? Hold on, let me put on my blinkers. Yeah, let me see if I can carefully slide between here. Back up a little bit. All right, we don't want to hit the truck because we don't really have insurance on this semi. All right, nice. So there it is. Slow and steady wins the race. And there you go. Now we are connected. Quite the people today. So let's carefully turn into here. Thankfully, no one's coming. Oh, my blinkers. And the road looks good to turn. So let's carefully turn. There, look at that, on the edge. And the gas station, let me just double check. I don't want to miss the location. It should be right here. All right, nice. So let's carefully turn. I already made sure that no cars were coming. So let me turn off my blinkers. I think I had them on. And now all we have to do is drive straight until we see this gas station where we're gonna have to pick up this tanker. My first time actually picking up a tanker. So I'm very interested in seeing how this is gonna turn out. Look at this farm, super nice. Hopefully one day I'll have enough money to buy that house, because right now the house I live in it probably costs like half of what that costs. But it looks like we are getting closer to the gas station, so we're gonna have to start slowing down, blinkers, and then let's turn it into the gas station. So this is the tanker. Okay, so how should we go about this? Let me actually park right here. So let me put this in park. Engine is off. Let me actually first put the ramps on before I forget. I'm gonna put some battery into this thing. So just give me a couple minutes and I should be right back. Alright, so we are back. I added some battery to the semi and we should be ready to go. Let's see if it turns on. Oh wait, what? There we go, there we go. It kind of died on me quickly. So let's actually, before this dies again, let me back up and then get this thing on the semis. So let's do this. So we can probably just go straight onto the ramps and carefully place this and make sure that we don't fall. So let's do this. There you go. There you go. And let's see how we are. Yeah, we're gonna have to go a little bit forward. And boom, there you go. Engine is off. Park. All right, let's see how this looks. Let me actually go the other way. Let's see. Nice. Oh, so I just realized that I ended up picking up the wrong trailer. So I ended up quickly going to the store and picking up the correct one. So I am on my way back and I'll catch you guys right there. There you go. So I've been able to rush back and let's quickly put the ramps down. There we go. Looks like it's already the afternoon because we do not have much time left. Engine is on. Okay. All right. It looks like it's still working. The battery still has life. Oh, no. Did it just die? Hold on. Let me try to turn this on again. There you go. This is very frightening because if this dies again, then I'm gonna have to rush over to the store. So let me actually align myself. There you go. Alrighty, cool. Now let's try to get on the ramps. Do we even fit? Hold on. Alright, let's give gas. Let's just pray. At this point, we can just pray. Let's see how this looks. Okay, we can scooch up a little bit. There you go. Park. Let's see how this looks. Okay, that's good. And then the back is good as well. So let me actually turn off the engine. Alright, cool. Look at that. Nice. We can finally leave this at the mechanic shop and get paid. There you go. But let me actually quickly get a quick soda because I am thirsty. So I think the soda should be over here. And you guys know, always got to go with the Bloxy Cola. So let me actually pick this up. And is there anyone here? No cashiers? Okay, looks like I guess it's free again. So if you guys do come to this gas station, I guess they're giving away free drinks. All right, so let's hop into the semi. Engine is on. Let's start to making our way over to the mechanic shop so we can finally be done with this job. Let me turn on my signal and okay, looks like the road is clear, so let's make this super wide turn. Careful, we don't want to take the stop sign. Alright, super nice. Oops, we are on the wrong way. This job is I thought it was gonna be pretty easy, I won't lie, but it's been quite the headache, mostly because I did have to run back to the trailer shop and pick up the correct one. Alright, let me check the map where the mechanic shop is. And alright, nice, perfect, we missed it. Alright, let me start slowing down and let me turn on my signal and let's slowly turn. Oh, look at this guy. Alright, nice. Let's hope that this guy does not pull in front of us. Okay, careful. Alright, nice. So this is the implement store. Nope, we gotta go to the mechanic store. But there's quite the people out today. Okay, so it looks like we are finally here at the mechanic shop. So let me quickly pull in and then let me just align myself kind of like vertical so I can pull this tanker off. Carefully back into this and I think that should be good. So let me put this park. Let me quickly turn off the engine because gas is through the roof. The ramps are off. Now this is going to be the scary part. So let me turn off my park. And let's see, kind of slowly. Oh, that was close. Slowly. Alright, nice. So let's actually park the tanker right here, just like that. And then let me actually quickly disconnect this. And then let's just put the semi into the mechanic shop. We're just gonna leave it right here. Park, engine is off. There we go. Now let me actually just close this. Wait, can I close this? There you go. Kind of short to be doing this. So we have been able to deliver our semi safely. All we got to do is return this where we got it. OMG, I forgot to put up the ramps. This could have been a disaster. Let me actually quickly put them up. All right, nice. But look at that. Super simple. I might be the king of this. There we go. Let's put this in park and quickly detach this. Disconnect. Oh, the semi has now been delivered. So let me quickly hop into my sports car and I'll meet you guys home. We are finally back home. Engine is off. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be a firefighter for 24 hours. The goal for today's video is to make $50,000 is to buy a scat pack. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. It looks like we already have an emergency cause. Let's turn on our lights and our sirens because it is an emergency. Let's make a right turn right here. And then another right turn right here. Hopefully they don't hit us. Oh no, look at that. What is going on right here? This is super bad. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Let's actually see if we can help. Oh my goodness, what is going on? I mean, the only thing I can do is dance. I actually don't know how to treat this guy, so you know what? I'm gonna head out. So it looks like we are kind of trapped right now. Yeah, this is not good. Imagine this whole tunnel collapses. Oh my goodness. Come on, bro. Alright, we're gonna try to go to this call right now. This is a reported dumpster fire near the power plant, so let's actually go and see if anyone has stopped that fire. All right, let me actually radio and tell them I am en route. I think the power plant should be, oh wait, it's right here. Oh my goodness, what is going on right here? All right, let's pull over right here and let's use our little fire hose to turn this dumpster off. It looks like we have backup, but oh my goodness, we have a lot of backup, but it's kind of too late. I was here first. All right, it looks like we have quite the team here. I tried to say hey to that guy because he said hi. All right, we are currently available for any jobs, so I'm just gonna wait till we get another call, but for now I'm just gonna drive around. Oh my goodness, 900. Oh wait, hold on. Looks like a broken leg near the civilian. All right, you know what, let's see if we can help. Or you know what, there's actually a dumpster fire right here at the hospital. Let me just say I'm on scene because the hospital is right here. Oh yep. Let's turn this fire off, just like so. And there we go. Our second successful mission, or I guess job, successfully done. Looks like backup is here, but they're a bit too late. Yep, they are too late. And we're still pretty good on gas. We're not too far from being full, which is a good thing, which means we don't have to refill right now. And let me actually check my water pump. And okay, we're still at 100%, which is pretty good. And oops, kind of crashed into him. I guess he crashed into me. Anyways, let me keep driving around and wait for more calls. All right. It looks like we have another dumpster fire by the civilian spawn, so let's go en route. I think it's going to be on the left side. Yep, it is on the left side right here. All right, so let me pull over and let's take out the hose. All right, we're gonna turn this thing off. Looks like we've been having a lot of dumpster fires. Don't know what's going on with that, but this one has been successfully turned off as well. So let me hop back in. It is a very busy day for us, as you guys can see. I'm gonna back up right here and we're gonna continue to wait for more calls so we can go and turn them off. It looks like we have a fire at the power plant, so let's start making our way over there. And I don't know what is going on with my tires. Oh, it looks like it is right here on the right side. So let me pull out the hose and turn this thing off. Oops, I forgot to radio. And there we go, look at that, 15 XP and one step closer to buying the scat pack. Oh my goodness, why is there so many dumpster fires? Looks like there's one by the tool store. We'll go right now. Let's go check it out. Where's the tool store? Oh, it's right here. Hopefully he didn't beat me. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Oh no, gas station just exploded. We have to go right now. Oh no, this is not good at all. I think we just gotta go down and take a left on this kind of intersection right here, and I think it should be the gas station right here, or am I wrong? Oh no, it's not that one. I think it's gonna be the one all the way at the end. All right, let's continue going. Let me make a right on this one. Oh my goodness, how am I supposed to get up there? This house is also on fire. Oh, maybe someone's just cooking. Oh my goodness, I see it. It is right here. This is super bad. OMG. Oh no, this is not good. All right, let's get to work. All right, that is off. Gotta get this on the wall. Oh my goodness. Hopefully this tank doesn't blow up. That would not be good. All right, nice. We got this part of the wall, and then let me also grab this. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. We need backup. We need a lot of backup. Hold on. All right, let me pick this back up. Hopefully we can get some backup because this, oh my goodness, what is going on over here? I think I'm going to move the fire truck a little bit closer because actually, you know what, I think we can actually reach this. Hold on, let me actually just connect my water pump to this. Let's do 200 feet and then let's connect it. There we go. And let me grab the attack line and let's get back to work. All right, we're almost done with turning off all the fires from the store. There we go. Oh yeah, I don't know if that was copyright. All right, we're almost done. This is the last one. Come on, come on, come on. Alrighty, come on. This one does not. Oh, there we go, there we go. All right, we just need to turn off the ones from the gas station, from the pumps. Oh my goodness, this is so violent. This is so strong. Come on, this is gonna need a lot of water. Let me get a little bit closer. I can feel the heat. It is super strong. All right, it's almost done. It's almost done. Oh yeah, it's getting smaller. I can see the difference. All right, let me just grab this piece and then we should be pretty much done with this pump. Hold on, let me just, maybe if I get it from this angle, it should turn off. Oh, there we go. Awesome. I think we are now finished. We did it. 10 XP. Really? I got scammed. All right, let me remove the attack line. There we go. And I think we are, oh no, I gotta take this hose off as well. There we go. For now, I'm just gonna park right here on the side, just like so. Let me put on my brake and let me actually close the road because I'm gonna be parked here for a while because sometimes calls take a good amount of time. So let me just put a bunch of cones, close the road, and now it's time to wait. So it looks like we have a call for a difficulty breathing near the civilian spawn, which should be down here, but I'm not a medic and I know I can probably do that. I don't got time for that. Plus, someone is already going, so I'll let them take the job. But as you guys can see, oh, we have a dumpster fire near the power plant again. So let me actually pick up all of my cones just like so. Oh wait a minute, that guy fainted right here. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't see anything. Let me actually pull my radio and let me actually turn on my lights and my sirens. Uh-oh, it looks like he is going as well. I don't know where it is. Wait a minute, I think it's right here. It's right here. All right, let's go. Let's pull out the hose. Wait a minute, did he start the fire? Oh, never mind. Looks like it's off now. But it looks like we did get some XP, which is pretty nice. All right, let's make our way out. Let me turn on my lights. It looks like we just need one more $1,000 and then we're gonna be able to buy the scat pack. I'm super excited. Let me actually head over to the gas station because I am almost half a tank and I'd rather be safe than sorry. So let me make a right turn right here. Let me turn on my blinkers right here. All right, let me get some gas. Alrighty, we are now on a full tank of gas, which means we are ready to be traveling across the map if we need to. Uh-oh, it looks like there is a fire alarm activation in here. So let me turn this thing off. And there we go. We have turned off the alarm. Look at that. It looks like we ended up beating this guy. Uh-oh, it looks like we have a dumpster fire near the sheriff's office. I'm not sure if he's gonna go. Actually, you know what? Let's take the job. I think we can beat him. Oh no, he's going really fast. Never mind. I'm not gonna go. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. This guy has a huge gun. Uh-oh, looks like that guy flipped over. I wonder who did it. It was 100% not me. Oh my goodness, we just hit $50,000. Let me actually drop this off. What is going on right here? Alrighty, let me actually drop my truck right at the station because I no longer need this. I'm going to be getting off shift because we're gonna go and buy the new scat pack. It was a pretty easy day, so let me actually just clock out. Alrighty, we are now the civilian. Let me actually spawn in this car. Hold on, where is it? Alright, there we go. We now spawned in the SRT truck. I'm gonna park the truck right here just to make sure no one does anything to it because we're gonna sell it right now. So where is the guy? Here's the guy. So let me talk to this guy. How much are you going to give me? Continue. 57,000. I think I can. Yeah, I think that's enough. It's a deal. 57k. All right, time to buy the scat pack. So if we open up the menu and look for the scat pack, it should be right here. Yeah, I think this is the one. 105,000. We're not gonna keep it purple. I'm not a fan of that color, but I will make it black. So in 3, 2, 1, let's buy it. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Hold on, let me turn on the headlights. Oh my goodness, this thing is a beast. Can I swing this thing? Hold on, I'm curious to know if I can swing this thing. Oh, not really. It's not good. I really can't swing this thing. Let me actually take this to the shop. I wonder if I can customize it. I don't think I can customize anything. I think I am too poor. Look at this. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe we got the scat pack. Ooh, I like the black. Metallic, is this a matte? Ooh, actually that does not look good. I'm gonna keep this one. Rim color, gray? Nope. Oh, that looks way better. But I'm poor. Oh my goodness, even a license plate is 5,000. Dude, I am getting scammed. I'm gonna call that a successful day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys did, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace so much. And why are the doors open? What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today you guys guessed it, look at that, we're going to be ghost hunting today. Since you guys love these videos, we are bringing it back and we're going to be actually exploring the apparent haunted gas station. There's been some sightings of weird paranormal activity at this gas station, which honestly I might even believe because it is not far away from the Appalachian Mountains. So we're going to go tonight, or I guess this afternoon, and see what we can find if we see any crazy or scary paranormal activity. But before we do, we're gonna go head over to the police station because we actually have to pick up the Ecto 1, which is the Ghostbusters car, because I really can't pull up in a Mustang or in a truck. You know, I gotta match the theme. So we're gonna go and head over to the gas station. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we're gonna be taking the Mustang today. I know I haven't driven the Mustang too much because we've been super busy with so many other jobs, but that changes today because we're going to be able to take it today. So like I said, our first task is to head over to the police station and pick up this Ecto 1. I think this might be my second time featuring this car in one of my videos. You guys really love the first ones, which is why I am bringing it back. And I know this is going to sound a little bit weird, but ghost hunting is starting to kind of grow on me. I'm not gonna lie, I like it now. But it seems that we are now at the police station, so let me pull in right here and let's check where the Ecto 1, I'm not sure where they have it in. You know what? I think it might be in the garage because it's not in the parking lot or right here. You know what? Let's go check the garage. I'm gonna leave my Mustang parked right here. Let me just back up because if you guys do back up, you guys do gain more aura points. So let me get the Mustang parked right here, just like so. And yeah, let's go through the police station and see if they have the car inside the garage. So let me open up this door. All right, so this seems to be the lunchroom. Hello? Anyone here? Ooh, what is this? Yo, I've never been here. This is pretty sick. It's kind of like a kitchen. But anyways, let me close that back up. So let me open up this door and oh my goodness, it's right here. Hold on, let me close this back up and look at that. We've got the Ghostbusters car right here. It's been a good minute since I have seen this car, but every time I do see it, I'm just so amazed on how good this thing looks. Wait a minute, what is this? Is this like floaties for the water? I don't know what that is, but let's before we do get in, we have to open up the garage just like so. Look at that. What a beautiful day. And we can finally get in the Ghostbusters car, the Ecto 1, so we can start making our way over to the gas station. Actually, talking about the gas station, this thing is pretty empty on gas, so we actually have to go to the gas station right here, which should be like down a couple streets, and then we'll be able to finally make our way apparently a haunted gas station. So let's quickly get this out of the way because we don't want to run out of gas. Imagine, you know, we see some ghost and then we can't drive away because we have no gas. That would be pretty hilarious. So I see the gas station right here, so let me pull to the left. All right, the road seems to be clear and it looks like gas is $2. Wait, how much is this? It is, so the APM gas station is $2.94. Not bad. Looks like inflation hasn't hit this side. Anyways, let me hop out. Wait, hold on, I need to turn off the engine because if you guys do leave your guys' engine and put gas, there's a chance this thing can blow up and I don't want to take that chance. But there we go, we are completely filled, and let me actually run into the gas station and see if there's any snacks or drinks we could take. And let's see. Hello, good sir, how are you?
I'm doing pretty fine.
Okay, the guy's acting kind of weird, but let's grab a soda and let's see, what else should we grab? A witch, bro. You know what, since we're gonna go get scared right now, let's actually, you know what, I don't want this. Yeah, this is demonic. You know what, let me just grab one of this. Alright, sir, can you please check me out? I'm gonna grab a Bloxy Cola and this like Red Bull thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be $5.71.
Oh, dang. Alright, here you go. Alright, thank you. That was kind of weird, man. That guy was acting a little bit strange. I don't know if you guys kind of like heard it in his tone, but anyways, we got our 2 drinks right here and the sun is starting to go down, which means it is now the perfect time to head over to the allegedly haunted gas station, which is located near the Appalachian Mountains. Let me turn on this big boy and let's start making our way over there because the sun is pretty much going down right now. And let me actually turn on my lights just like so, my light bar, and there we go. Look at that. We are now in full Ghostbusters mode. And for those who tell me, why don't you turn on the sirens? Well, this is how it sounds like. Yeah, that's why I don't turn it on. But anyways, we are now here at the APM gas station and look at that. It looks super menacing. You can even see a bull right here just staring down every time when a car enters. So let's pull in right here and yeah, let's get this thing parked right down here near the entrance, just in case like I get spooked or something. I can just run out the door and into my car. So let me get this thing parked carefully. There we go. And let me turn off the light bar. There we go. Awesome. So we've got the thing completely set up. The sun is going down and the nighttime is about to arrive. So let's make our way into the gas station. And honestly, wait, hold on. Before we get a tour inside, let's actually check around the area and make sure there really isn't anything, you know, out of the normal, right? So over here, it seems to be kind of like a camping area or something because I do see trails that go up in the mountain, which is pretty nice. A little windmill. Yeah, it looks super old. Let's see what else is around the area. Looks like more tracks that go up the hill. And wait, what's over here? Let's check this side. Oh my goodness, this is a giant like mudding pit. This is insane. Holy moly guacamole, what did I just find? I should probably come here. Oh my goodness, the moon is so bright. But this part seems to be where the giant semis park, which is pretty cool. So finally we can head back into the gas station so you guys can get a full tour of what's inside. So let me open up the door. There we go. Let me close that thing. Make sure both of these are closed. All right, nice. Okay, it looks like they have sodas as well. I think they have more sodas. Yeah, they have way more sodas than the other gas station. But there seems to be no... That's a little bit weird. There is no cashiers? That's a little bit odd. Apparently seems to be no cashiers at this gas station right here, which I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a weird start, but let's check this room. I believe this should be the office. Yeah, this is the office. We've got a nice computer, a couple of like cabinets and whatnot, and a bush in here, which is a bit odd, but let me see if this thing works. No, it doesn't work. It's completely dead. Hold on, that's a little bit weird. There seems to be another room right here, so let me check what is inside of here. Okay, so there seems to be a bathroom right here. Oops, there seems to be a nice bathroom here with a nice carpet and more bushes. That's a second weird thing. There's a bunch of bushes inside of the gas station. I've never seen so many empty Hello? What was that? It sounded like someone was banging on the windows. What the heck? Hold on, let's check this out. I don't know what that was. It came from like this side. Hello? Anyone? That was weird. But anyways, let me crack this soda. That was delicious. Back to what I was saying. Let me walk over here. Let me drink my Red Bull. And now we are ready to take on any Hello? What? That was weird. Let me grab the keys and make sure these things are closed. Hold on. I want to make sure these doors are closed. I don't want anyone entering here. Alright, this one is locked and this one is locked. There's another noise. It came from this side this time. I don't know if like a bird is crashing into the windows or what is happening. They should probably add cameras right here. It would help so much. And why are the doors open? Dude, I seriously just locked it right now. What the heck? You guys saw I literally went up to the door and I locked it. Hold on, there's something messing with us. If you guys take a look, I'm the only one in the server. There's no one else. Let's take a look over here. I don't see anything so far. Everything seems to be pretty empty. Wait. What is that? Do you guys see that right here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I am leaving. I'm out of here. I am out of here. You will never see me again. You will never see me again. Bye, gas station. But anyways, we're gonna return this Ecto 1, the Ghostbusters car, back to the gas station because, you know, this isn't mine. I did borrow it from these guys, so I'm gonna give it back to the sheriff's station. So let me just back up just like so. So the Ecto 1 is back to the police station. Honestly, a super fun car. I really love it. I'm gonna start making my way back home, so I'm gonna catch you guys over there. And I cannot explain what happened in there, but if you guys have any ideas, please let me know because I'm just as confused as some of you guys. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be completing the most insane jobs with the brand new truck right here. This thing has a beautiful V8 diesel and it can tow a good amount of vehicles. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I think we should begin. Oh my goodness, I just fell from my balcony. All right, so first things first, we got to go and get into this big machine because we're going to take it to the shop and customize it. Right now the suspension is kind of broken, so we're gonna go get it fixed, and we are gonna make this even faster so we can get it ready for these huge jobs. Now, one of these jobs is gonna be delivering a gas tanker to the oil fields, and then our last job is gonna be towing a full trailer filled with hay bales to the brand new farm. So we have quite the day today. Like, seriously, a lot of things that we have to be doing, but trust me, we're also gonna be having a lot of fun. So let's continue with our journey. So let's make a left right here. Oh, I kind of should have stopped right there since it is an intersection. There was a stop sign. I should probably be a little bit more careful, but I do see another stop sign right here, so let's brake. Oh, I did not manage to brake in time. All right, oops, my bad. All right, so let's continue driving because we are now back in town. Oh yeah, let's go. We need some W's in the chat. So first things first, we're gonna pull into the shop. I should have just gone through the back because I feel like that would have been easier, but that's fine. So let me get this thing turned around and we're gonna quickly back into the customization shop. Let me just quickly open this up. And by the way, do you guys like my new outfit? I've got this beautiful vest, this beautiful over expensive Burberry designer shirt, and my lasso just in case I need to catch some bad guys. Let me know if you guys are liking it, or should I just go back to my normal shirt? But anyways, let's pull in right here. We're gonna get this thing looking like brand new. Wait, it is brand new. We're gonna make it look even better. That's what I mean. All right, so we're gonna make the wheels chrome. So let me increase this. We're gonna make them a little bit wider. All right, now they should be a little bit more chrome. Now for the paint, I really like the paint. Maybe we could do a nice gray. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. I think that looks pretty nice. Or should we go even darker, like a dark gray? Okay, now we're cooking, chat. Let's add a little bit of transparency. Now for the suspension, I know this is kind of the boring part. Don't worry, I'm gonna make it fast. We're just gonna increase the height. There we go. Adjust the dampening and add a little bit of camber, not too much. All right, I think that should be good. Yeah, I don't want anything crazy. Now we are gonna put a new engine. We're gonna put this beautiful V8. It's a push rod. You know what? Let's make it turbo diesel. Yes. Let's add more coal and then just max out this engine. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so fast. All right, let's go through the attachments and see if we need any of this stuff, which honestly I don't think we need. Well, I lied. We could add a winch. Yes, perfect. All right, now we are officially done with customizing this truck. So let's carefully pull this thing out. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn it on first. Take a look at this beast. Oh my goodness. Wait, is the suspension in the back a little bit higher than the front? Or is it just my eyes? Oh, hold on. I think I need to fix that. Give me 1 second. And boom, look at that. We managed to fix the front and the back suspension. Now it's not looking like it's like squatting or something like that. We don't want ugly looking squatting trucks. So let me hop in and let's quickly run to the first job, which is going to be picking up that gas tanker right here. But in order to pick up that gas tanker, we got to go and pick this trailer right here so we can connect to the fuel tanker. So let me carefully back this thing up and get it connected on the first try. And now we can... Ooh, is that fireworks? Okay, don't get distracted, Hakai. So how should we do this? I think I gotta turn around so we can get this right here connected to the bottom of the tanker right here. So let's quickly turn around this beast. Oh no, this is gonna take a long time. This thing is so heavy, like, yo mama. Okay, I'll be nice. All right, careful. Come on, first try. And oh no, we missed it. All right, hold on, let me readjust myself. Maybe if I readjust myself, that should be better. I don't know. And nope, we missed it again. All right, third time is the charm. Let's go. Let's get this thing connected. And there you go. We are now connected to the fuel tanker and we can start making our way to the oil fields. Look at this. Yo, this looks absolutely insane, you guys. I'm having so much fun using this brand new truck. And honestly, this thing is one of the best looking trucks in the game, in my opinion. I don't know. I know it might be a little bit controversial, you guys. Don't hate me, but that's what I think. And oh my goodness, there's a stop sign and we're not going to be able to stop in time. All right, you know what? Let's just keep going. All right, so the oil fields should be on the right side. I don't see it so far. It might be a little bit more down here because right here is the old ranch where I used to live. And I don't know if 13-year-old bro still lives here or he ended up moving out. But right up ahead is the brand new content house where me, 13-year-old bros, and Dusty TV are going to be making videos. So make sure you guys do subscribe because I don't want you guys to miss out on those videos. All right, so let's make a right. I believe the oil farms should be right down here. So let's stop on this thing. Let's go. I think I see it. Oh my goodness. No way. Wait, how am I supposed to get there? Am I seriously gonna take this road right here? Wait, what does that sign say? I need to see this. Hold on. I need to check this out. It says, beware of alligators. Okay. Do not panic, you guys. Do not worry because I have a lasso. So everything is under control. So let's go and oh, there goes my door. Let's see where it... Okay, so it looks like there's an oil rig right there and then there's gonna be another one right here. And honestly, I think we just gotta fill this one right here. So let me carefully try to pack this thing up. And it looks like there is another sign that says, beware of alligators. Man, I'm not scared of no alligators. The alligators are scared of me. Oh yeah. Get it? Okay, never mind. All right, so how do we back this thing up? I'm not sure how you back this thing up. This is so difficult. Hold on, I have an idea. What if we just go off-roading a little bit and then we just do a huge U-turn right here? I think that is gonna work. All right, so I think this is a really nice spot. All right, let's hop out and we are gonna try to turn this thing on. I'm not sure how this is gonna really work. So let's go through the back. We're gonna turn on this machine right here. There we go. We're gonna turn that thing on. And even though this thing looks pretty old, do not worry, you guys. This thing still works like brand spanky new. We just gotta connect this to right here. So let me just do that. There we go. And I'm gonna press the button on the other side and there we go. Boop. And now this should be start fueling up. Oh, this is gonna take forever. I guess I'm just gonna rest until this thing is filled up to the maximum. Oh my my goodness, it's filled up. All right, so let me turn off the system. There we go. And now let me just go and jump over this. Big jump. And now we just got to turn off from that. Let me just close some of the valves. And then we are going to be turning off kind of like this generator right in the back. So there we go. And now we can get out of here. Let's get this thing turned on. And we are going to make our way back into town so we can get this thing delivered. And the truckers can start fueling up the gas stations in the city. So let's make it right here. Oh, dude, this was a shortcut right here. I did not know about that. And then let's make a left right onto this road. Alrighty, everyone, we are back into town. I see the gas station right there, and honestly, I don't know where I'm gonna drop this off. I might just like park it right on the side or something. I don't know. So let me put it right here. There we go. Let me just quickly disconnect this trailer. Oh, and there you go. We are now disconnected. Let's quickly make a run to the trailer store so we can disconnect this trailer that we used to connect the fuel tanker. All right, so let's get this thing disconnected right here, right where we found it. Well, actually, technically, we found it over there, but it works because it's part of the trailer store. Anyways, all right, it looks like it's about 2 p.m. and we are a couple hours away from the sunset. So let's quickly and finish off the last job, which is picking up the hay bales. Thankfully, it's not too far. It should be located at my old ranch. And if you guys remember, this was actually my first ranch I bought in Southern Mudding. All right, so we are here. We're gonna pull in, and I see the trailer filled with hay bales right here. So we're gonna go right around it so we can get this thing connected. And that was a really good drift right there. Did you guys see that? That was a genuine good drift. All right, so enough glazing myself. I'm gonna get this thing backed up. I'm gonna get it connected to my pickup, and now we can finally deliver this last job. And honestly, you guys, I've been making so much money from these jobs that I might buy a second house. Who knows? Let me know if I should buy a second house. But let's go through this beautiful lake. I think the lake, right? It's connected to that lake, even though it's more of a river. Anyways, let's continue. Ooh, this is my old house. I'm not gonna lie, in the past month I ended up moving like what, 2 or 3 times. I kind of moved a lot. That is so funny. So let's cross this bridge and we should be on the last mile to delivering these hay bales. Look at that, we got a good amount of hay bales on the trailer. So let's make a left. Skirt. Oh no, whoops. And honestly, I'm just gonna take this trail road because it's kind of a shortcut. Look at that, we're literally right here. Let me just turn on my headlights and we are gonna get this trailer disconnected from my pickup. Let me just disconnect this and kick down my tailgate, and boom, look at that. Isn't that the easiest job in the whole wide world? Hold on, I gotta kick up my tailgate. There we go. But it looks like the sun is about to go down and we managed to successfully do these 2 jobs with this beautiful diesel truck. And if you guys also enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Why is my TV not working? Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, I have to go outside. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and we got another call today. It looks like someone ended up crashing into a camper or something like that. We're gonna have to go check it out right now. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. As you guys can see, it is the morning right now and we have our amazing TRX right now. I kind of took it mudding. As you guys can see, it is a little bit dirty, but that is fine. We're going to be using it to go and see what happened to this car crash. I believe it's going to be located around this area right here. So let's start making our way over there because we're going to make sure, we're going to check what kind of vehicles and equipment we're going to need to save this car crash. My guess is that it was pretty big, so we might have to go and get the semi that we used in the last video, in the last APM video, to save this accident. But we have a stop sign right here. Let me turn on my blinkers. There we go. And let's make a left turn right here, just like so. And let me just make sure that I'm going the right way, and it looks like I am. I'm gonna try to finish this job before the afternoon because I think in the afternoon it might start raining, and that's gonna be really hard to be working around with. But the sun is pretty bright, but oh my goodness, there is no way. Look at this. Look at the Ford Explorer. This thing is completely destroyed. Is this a Ford Explorer? What the hell? I'm not sure if this is a Ford Explorer, but this thing is completely wrecked. It looks like this camper was trying to back into this parking spot and it failed miserably because this Ford ended up just colliding it. Look at this. It is completely messed up and dirty. Oh my goodness. So I think we are gonna go and pick up the semi with a flatbed on it because we're gonna have to take, I think, both of these cars. So let me get back in my TRX. Let me turn this thing on. There we go. And let's start making our way to the mechanic shop, which is literally like, I think down the streets. It's not too far. And I think I'm also gonna go and head over to the tool store just in case we need a strap, a toe strap. That's what it was, not a strap as a weapon. As you guys can see, the mechanic shop is right down here. So let me turn on my blinkers and let's pull. And I believe I left it in one of these parking spots. No, I don't see it so far. Oh, it's right there. Hold on, let's open this and look at that. We have the semi right here. Hold on, let me park my TRX. I think I'm gonna park it at the front of the shop. So let me turn this thing around and let's park it right here, just like so. Actually, you know what, I can get a little bit closer. All right, nice. We are now parked up, which means we can now go inside the shop and pick up the semi, and then probably even go to the tool store so we can get this toe strap, because I feel like we're gonna need it, because how else are we gonna flip over the camper? But let me get in right here. Let me turn on the beacons like so, and let me turn on the amber light bar. Let me click on both. All right, awesome. We can now make our way to the tool store and look at this thing. This thing is such a beauty. This has got to be one of my favorite semis in APM. So we have the tool store right down here. I'm probably gonna park on the side of the road because I'm gonna quickly run into the store. Let me also turn on my emergency lights on, and let me just quickly park right here. I'm gonna quickly run into the store. So we have the RP tool store right here. What does RP mean? Roleplay? I wonder if it means roleplay. But anyways, let's see. So these are ramps. Nope, we don't need ramps. Shovels. Oh, here we are. The toe straps. We got one right here. Let me close the doors. Can't forget about that. And let's jump right back in the semi. All right, let me turn this thing on and let's start making our way back, which is going to be, where was it? I think right here or something like that. So let's make a turn right here. It's going to be super wide. Uh-oh, that is very wide. All right, now make a turn right here. Yo, this feels so weird. I mean, it's pretty cool. All right, we are back, and I should probably turn around. Yeah, I think I should turn around. Or you know what? No, I have an idea. I think what we have to do first is hop out. Hold on, let me turn off my engine. This thing is loud. All right, let me connect my toe strap to the back of the Ford. There we go. Look at that. We're gonna slowly pull it, and just like so. Let me quickly disconnect it. All right, wait a minute. It didn't disconnect. Hold on. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna try to move this. Oh no. This is super bad. This is not good at all. All right, I'm gonna place it right here for now. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. It is completely destroyed from the rear axle. Oh my goodness, this is going to be an expensive one. I don't know if insurance can cover that. But next up, we have the truck and the camper. Look at this. Oh my goodness, I don't remember it being this bad. All right, so let me get in the semi. I'm gonna try to connect it from one of these points so we can try to flip it over. That's gonna be my main focus for right now. I'm gonna hop in my semi and let me get a little bit closer, make sure we are good, no traffic is coming, and let me hop out. Let me grab my toe strap and let's see, where can I connect it to? Can I not connect it? What about here? Oh, I think I can connect it right here, and look at that. Awesome. All right, now let's try to pull this in 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Yes, it worked. Oh my goodness, dude, I think I got lucky. Actually, you know what, it's not luck. I'm really that good. I'm the GOAT. All right, so I don't know if this camper and the truck are gonna fit in the back of my bed. I do not think so. What should we say? Should I just put the Ford in the back? I'm not sure what to do. I've been standing here for a while. I mean, I don't think it hurts to try. I mean, the truck still works pretty fine. It's not having any issues. But if we take a look at the rear of the camper and the flatbed, it looks like it's not gonna fit. We might have to do 2 runs. For now, we're gonna put the Ford on the back of this flatbed. So we're gonna raise this flatbed. Where's the controllers? Right here. Let me move the controllers a little bit up and let's start raising this thing just a tad, and then let's begin extending it just like so. A little bit more. Hold on, let me move this. I think this is in the way. I can't see well. Oh, this thing is super long. And then let me raise this a little bit more, and I think that should be good right there. Awesome. I'm gonna try to move the Ford a little bit, just like so, and I'm gonna place it right in front of the flatbed so we can just put the chains on it. So let me grab the winch and let me place it to the front of the Ford, just like so, and let's see, can we pull this thing? Let's see if this thing works. Oh, it looks like it is getting pulled. Awesome, dude. I love when things work, because sometimes it doesn't go my way, and yeah, it's not good. So let me disconnect the winch, and look at that, we have the Ford on top of the flatbed. Dude, everything is going pretty smooth. But let me quickly turn this truck off. It's kind of bothering me. All right, we turned off that truck, and now our only task, well, our task for now is going to be to put this and roll back the bed. So let's see, how do I do this? So we lower it and then we retract it like this. Awesome. Okay, so that looks like it's going to be working. And what else should we do? I think that is going to be it. What if I turn on the lights? Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's keep the lights on. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take the truck and the camper right now unless we place it on the Stinger. Dude, I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, I could try, but it's gonna be way too long. So for now, we're just gonna take this Ford back to the mechanic shop. Let's start making our way over there. But so far, this job has been pretty easy. Everything has been going pretty smooth. So if you guys have been enjoying this video, make sure you guys smash the like button. Right now, we are on our way to the mechanic shop, like I said, to drop this thing off. I mean, thankfully, it is not my car because I don't think the insurance is going to be able to cover this. Alrighty, everyone, we are now at the mechanic shop. Before I turn around, I'm gonna get out and open up the garage door just like so, and I'm gonna hop right back in. Now we can turn around and back up into this garage so we can finally drop this off and go and pick up the second camper. So let me carefully do this, and I think that should be good right there. All right, let's see. Okay, so let me just quickly lower this and then let me extend it. Hopefully the developer of this game fixes this because every time when I use the controls, my semi always moves and I always leave the park on. Let me quickly raise this a little bit more just like so, and let me just quickly hop in this Ford and put it in neutral so we can roll down and park it right back there. So let me hop in and let's roll this. Nice. Oh, whoops. I mean, it was already damaged. Let me just turn off the emergency lights and place it in park, and look at that. A little bit, oh yeah. All right, let me quickly go back and retract this bed. You guys know the drill. We gotta lower this and then retract it, and we have the bed completely rolled back. I'm gonna move my semi. Wait, hold on. Can I close the garage door? Actually, I can. Awesome. For a second, I thought it was gonna crash into my flatbed, but let me also turn off the lights. I just forgot about that. There we go. And let's go for the camper. Let me actually check. What time is it? It looks like it is about 5 p.m. It is getting pretty late. Alrighty, where did we leave the camper? Oh, I think it's right down there. We have the camper and the truck. Let me park this right here, turn it off, and I think I'm gonna place the camper on top of here and then put the truck on the Stinger, which is going to be this one. Let me quickly put this down. Alrighty, everyone, we have the bed completely tilted down, and now this is going to be the difficult part. We're gonna try to put the camper on the back of the bed, but reverse. Alright, so let me quickly turn around. I'm gonna do a little U-turn right here, and then we're gonna back into the flatbed. Alright, let's see if I'm truly the goat. Alright, slow and steady. Oh no, oh no. Alright, is it on? I think we are now on. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me disconnect this. I don't know if this is gonna work. I think it's working. It looks a little bit funny. Hold on, let's actually raise the bed. I mean, lower this. Oh, actually, you know what? It looks like it's not gonna work. Hold on, what if I use the winch? Let me hop in. Nope, I cannot connect it. It looks like it does not want to work. So let me just retract this, get it back, and connect it to my truck, or not my truck, the truck. All right, and I think I might just connect the truck to the Stinger. So let me quickly pull this back up. You know what? Let me first turn this around before we start setting up the Stinger. Do a little U-turn right here. All right, and now we can set up the Stinger. So we extend it. All right, and then we lower this. Ooh, look at that. And let's see, how does this work? Do I just get closer? I already forgot how to use this thing, so I'm gonna do that. Maybe this works, and then I'm gonna try to raise it. Or wait a minute, I think I'm supposed to park in front of it. Hold on, is that how it's supposed to work? I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to work. Let me try to lift this again. Nope, I am not sure why it's not working. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Now let me just pull this. How do I retract it? Oh, there we go. All right, and I think we are now ready to go. Let's see if we get into any accidents, because this thing is now super long. Look at this. Oh my goodness. All right, let's carefully make our way back to the mechanic shop. I'm also very surprised that this whole setup is working, but it is very heavy. Oh my goodness, this is very, very heavy. All right, so let me turn right here. Awesome. Dude, this is actually a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be, but I'm gonna have to be a little bit wide. Oh no. Do not go off-road. Do not go off-road. I wasn't paying attention. If you ever do this, make sure you guys do pay attention. All right, let's make a turn. I feel like I'm driving a complete train right here, but we have the mechanic shop right around this corner. We just gotta turn, and we should start seeing the mechanic shop right around here. There it is, right here. All right, and I am not sure how I am going to deliver this. Wait a minute, I have an idea. This could be super smart, or it could not work. So I'm gonna go with my gut and say it's gonna work, but we are going to open this garage door, and then we are going to open this one as well. Just stick with me and pay attention on what I'm gonna do. And look at this, the truck and camper is so heavy that my semi is kind of squatting. Oh my goodness, that's pretty funny. All right, let's see if this works. Am I genius or not? Uh-oh. All right, we are now in. We got the truck and the camper inside the building. So let me put this in park, turn it off, and let's quickly disconnect it from the stinger. Hold on, let me close this garage door. All right, this garage door is being closed. So let me place this down just like so. There we go. And I think I just disconnected from the stinger. Let me just move this a little bit back. All right, nice. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta turn off the emergency lights. All right, awesome. Let me also throw this in the back of the truck since I don't need this. There we go. And let me quickly retract this stinger. All right, the stinger is now back into its normal position. I just gotta turn off the lights just like so. And let me move the semi before I close the garage. Let me move the semi out of the way just like so. And let me quickly close this garage. Boop. All right, so let me hop in. I'm gonna go all the way around because we can now leave this semi at the mechanic shop. Wait a minute, I think I can just go through the back of this road right here. I don't have to go the entire back road. Tenny. What a weird name, Tenny. I wonder if it means anything. Alrighty, we just parked our semi back into the garage. Let me just turn off the beacons and the amber light bar just like so. And look at that, mission success. We got everything back into the mechanic shop so they can get the Ford all fixed up, and the camper gotta check that and make sure it's all good. Let me make sure that the owner knows, or whoever is working here. Hey, I left a couple cars in the shop. Can you guys fix it? Yo. Alright, thank you. I swear, it's always a weird interaction with that guy. But anyways, I'm gonna hop in my truck and I'm gonna start driving back home, so I'll catch you guys over there. Home sweet home. We are now back home. Let me actually just get this thing parked in my driveway just like so, and we are now done for today. As you guys can see, the sun is starting to go down, so we just did this job just in time. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another American Plains modding, and today we have my work truck, which we are going to be turning into a flatbed and working for the city. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and let's jump in. So they added flatbeds back into APM. They did remove it for like a week, but now they are back, and why not turn my work truck into a flatbed? I think that just makes sense. So let me just hop in. We're gonna get this thing turned on, and we are gonna start driving to the mechanic shop so we can get this thing with the brand new flatbed, and then we can probably raise up the suspension. I feel like my suspension is a little bit low. Oh my goodness, I just hit my mailbox. I'm gonna be in trouble. So pretty much this is gonna be a revamp of the flatbed. So this is a really nice update because now you can add it to your favorite trucks, or at least the majority of like new trucks that allow the flatbed to be added to the trucks, which is pretty cool. It's pretty sick. So we have quite the day today. We're gonna have to pick up a lot of stuff and do a lot of jobs when working for the city, but we have a stop right here, so let's make sure the road is clear. All right, let's cross through, and then we're gonna make a right on this road right here because this is a little shortcut to go to the mechanic shop. Because if you take a look at the stop sign, we have the mechanic shop called Tenny right here. So I'm gonna back this thing up. You know what, let me pull in through the other side. I think this is the entrance right here, so I'm gonna back this thing up. I'm gonna quickly hop out because I am going to have to open up this garage door just like so we can pull in my GMC Denali. By the way, my color looks a little bit different. Typically my truck looks more grayish, but yeah, it looks really different today. But let's quickly fix that. Let me quickly make my truck gray. There we go. I'm gonna add some reflectance. Is that a good gray? I think that's a really nice gray. Let me add a little bit of tint. There we go. Oh yeah, we gotta make this thing super fast. All right, so we maxed out the engine, and then actually before we do the wheels and the suspension, I'm gonna quickly add the brand new bed, which it looks like we have two options. We can add this one, or we could add this one right here. Oh my goodness, I don't know which one to go to. I like both of these. Both of these look really nice, you guys. Are they the same? I feel like they're the same. Actually, you know what? This one is wider and this one is smaller. This is for a single cab, and then this is for like a dually, which we are gonna be taking. I wonder if this thing has a bed. Wait, can I add it? Oh my goodness, I can't add a tailgate. Dude, that looks so silly. We're not gonna add a headache rack because this thing already has one, so we don't need another one. But we are gonna add these running boards because I feel like it goes with the style. Let me also take off the hitch. We do not need that. And lastly, I am gonna put a winch on the front just in case we need to tow some stuff, because you know today we are gonna be a work truck. Let me also fix the light bar because this one does not look good. And that is gonna be it for the attachments. We can now move on to the suspension. I'm gonna add a little bit of suspension, nothing too crazy because I don't want this thing to be super tall. Let me add a little bit of camber. Now I'm gonna make these a little bit wider. There we go. And then I'm gonna tuck them in a bit from the back. Oh my goodness, this looks crazy. Actually, you know what? I think I have to fix the offset. They're a little bit too tilted. All right, there we go. Camber. Did I say offset? I meant camber. All right, this thing looks way better. What else do we need? I guess the rims, but I really love these rims. Maybe we can find better ones. This one? Actually, you know what? We can just grab these right here and make them chrome. So let me do that. Let me see if this thing is looking nice. All right, look at this thing. This thing is looking like a beauty. Is that it for the build? I think that's it for the build. We're finished. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me quickly fix up the wheels. There we go. Boom. Now we are finished. Let's pull this bad boy out of the garage, or I guess the mechanic shop, and take a look at this thing. Yo, we ended up cooking, chat. Take a look at this work truck that we managed to turn into a flatbed. Yo, this thing looks really nice. Did I cook, chat? Let me know. Be honest, you guys, or was this a mess? But I think it's time to put it to the test. So I'm gonna go and quickly hop in. We're gonna start. Actually, you know what? We can start our shift. So we are gonna be starting our shift as a worker for the city. And oh no, it looks like we are gonna begin our first job right here. So let's get this mess out of here. I'm gonna put them in the back of my flatbed. So let me put the flatbed right there. I'm gonna put another hay bale on top there. Oh, hold on. All right, this one is gonna go sideways just like that. And let me grab the last one. Dude, I am so heavy, dude. Oh, I'm gonna be so sore. Let me try to hop on. There we go. And boom, we got the hay bales loaded onto the trailer. I mean flatbed. I meant to say flatbed. And we cleaned up the mess that this guy ended up leaving. Oh my goodness. Wait, what is this? Toolbox. Oh, that's pretty sick. I can store some stuff. And then side rails. What if I click on side rails? Oh, what is that supposed to do? Oh, it's supposed to drop it down. That's pretty nice. All right, but I'm gonna keep it on since I don't want those hay bales to kind of roll off or slide to the side. And we're gonna hop into the dually. Our next job is gonna be at the salt center, and pretty much we're gonna go and clean up that area. I don't know if I'm gonna need any tools. I mean, we could quickly run over to the store. I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling and say that we don't need some tools for the job. I guess we're gonna find out because we are now at the salt center. So oh my goodness, look at that mess, you guys. Dude, are you serious right now? All right, so let me get my truck parked up, and then I'm gonna pick up all of these cones. Oh my goodness, dude, whoever works here, please clean up your mess next time. But I'm gonna quickly grab all of my cones. All right, let me grab this one. I'm gonna grab that one, and then I'm gonna grab this one. Now I'm not gonna put them in the back since they're not mine. It's owned by this company, so I'm just gonna organize it, and I'm just gonna place them right here in a straight line if I can. It's gonna look a little bit crooked because there's kind of like a little incline right here. Look at that little incline. Oh my goodness, that thing looks like it's gonna fall over, but trust me, it's not gonna flip over. And look at that, we have all the cones in order, and we can head over to our last job, which is gonna be at the APM seed place, which it's honestly like down the road. It's pretty fast. So let me actually turn around right here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to do a little U-turn. All right, now we can turn, and pretty much we're gonna go and pick up a pallet of seed because we're gonna grab it and take it to the tool store because they're kind of low on supplies. So they want me to kind of help them out, and since I'm working part of the city, I guess they have a contract with them. So you know, I don't mind helping them out. I'm gonna open up this garage right here before I back. Oh my goodness, did I just sideswipe my truck? Oh dude, I am so clumsy. I am the clumsiest YouTuber ever. All right, so let me hop in, and then I'm gonna back my work truck right in here. Let me carefully back this thing up. All right, everyone, we have our work truck backed into the APM seed place. I'm gonna grab a forklift, which it seems that we can use this one. I'm gonna hop into this thing, and hold on, let me turn it on. I gotta turn on my safety light, and then I'm gonna try to grab a pallet of seed. I'm gonna try to fit it on the back of our work truck. I don't know if it's gonna fit on the flatbed. Let me see. Am I gonna have enough space to load up the pallet of seed? I'm gonna try. Actually, you know what? We could just unload these hay bales, and then we can just put them on the side. You know what? I'm gonna place them outside. I don't want them to be inside because they're gonna be like, who is this hay bales? Let me grab another hay bale. I'm gonna put it right next to where I placed the first one. So this one is going right here. And let me quickly grab the last hay bale, which is gonna be this. Oh my goodness, what did I just open? Hitch cover. Oh my goodness, you could put a hitch right here. I did not know that. All right, let me grab my last hay bale, and then we're just gonna place it right here on top. Oh, there you go. All right, so I'm gonna quickly throw down the rails because I don't want to hit the side of it. You guys know I'm a little bit clumsy. actually, or very clumsy. So I'm gonna hop in, I'm gonna turn this thing on, we're gonna raise it all the way to the sky, and then I'm gonna try to load this carefully on the top of our brand new work truck that we made and built today. So I'm gonna lower the forks, unload this, and look at that, we successfully loaded the pallet of seed. Now before we do head out, I'm gonna kick up the rails. There we go. We don't want that thing to kind of fall. Hopefully it doesn't, because if I brake too hard, this thing might fall. Anyways, let me put the forklift where we got it from. I'm gonna lower the forks, and then I'm gonna get this thing parked up where I got it from, which was probably around here. Now let me just turn off the safety lights, and we can now get out of here. So make sure everything is safe and secure. All right, I'm gonna hop in, and we are gonna start making our way towards the APM tool store. So I'm gonna, oh my goodness, no way, oh my goodness, this is a complete mess, dude. I can't believe it fell. Oh, you know what, I'm supposed to load it from the side. Oh, whoops. All right, so I'm gonna quickly run inside the APM seed warehouse and grab a forklift and bring it back. Alrighty everyone, we are now back. I'm gonna grab this pallet of seed, and we are gonna try again. I'm gonna load it from the side this time. Hopefully this works better than happened like a couple seconds ago. So we're gonna get this thing loaded right here. Hopefully this thing does not fall this time. So let me quickly unload it. There we go. And I'm gonna quickly put this forklift inside of this warehouse right here. Open sesame. No way, that actually worked. I can't believe saying open sesame works. But let's leave the forklift right in the corner. Let's go and get this pallet of seeds delivered. All right, let me hop in, and I'm gonna carry, oh, hold on, I need to kick up the rail. Imagine if I left without kicking up the rail. That could have been bad. But let's quickly get out of here. I'm gonna try to drive as slowly as possible. Oh my goodness, as slowly as possible. I might have to put this in low drive, honestly. There we go. We are now in low drive, so technically this thing should not be moving too much, and I'm just gonna drive at my pace because I honestly don't want this to fall. So, oh my goodness, dude, I almost dropped it. No way. All right, careful. If I step on this thing one more time, it is so over for me, and I'm kind of at a point where like I'm a little bit too far from the warehouse to grab the forklift. So if this thing falls, I am so cooked, chat. Oh no, look at that, it's on the side of the rails. Dude, this is gonna be so close. Alrighty everyone, we are still driving to the tool store. As you guys can see, the pallet is still in the back of the trailer. I feel like I am so close, and boom, we are now at the plain tool store. So let me quickly back this thing up. Let me quickly reverse this thing carefully. All right, and then I'm gonna grab a forklift and get this thing unloaded from my truck. So let's open this up. There we go. All right, let's see, where is this forklift? Oh my goodness, it's right here. That was easy. All right, so I'm gonna quickly back this thing up, and then I'm gonna raise this. So let me quickly raise the fork. There we go. And we're gonna try to grab it from the side. Let me just drop the rails. Nice. So let me carefully grab this pallet. Oh, hold on, I can't believe that worked. And then we're just gonna drop it right here in the corner. So let me quickly unload it. There we go. And boom, look at that. Let me just lower the forks, because if I have the forks raised all the way to the top, then that is gonna be a safety hazard. But we got the pallet of seed loaded into the plain tool store. Let me just close that right up. And before we do leave, I'm gonna kick up the side rail and make our way back home, because if you guys take a look at the time, the sun is about to start going down. And home sweet home, we have now arrived back to our house with our amazing work truck. Now let me get this thing parked in my driveway. There we go. And take a look at the machine we ended up using in today's update. I think we need some W's in the chat. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be playing APM, American Planes Money. You guys know that you guys love this game, so we are back with a new video, and today we're going to be taking the TRX because we have to save 2 cars from our car crash using the brand new flatbed that they just added today. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we have the TRX right here. It is looking so good. For a second I thought I had my TRX colored blue. Yeah, I don't know why it is orange, but that is fine. We're gonna be taking this thing, or you know what, I think I can change the color right here, because I believe I had this. Oh, whoa, this thing looks nice black, but we're not gonna do black. Yeah, I think it was blue. Yeah, let me do that. And before we head out, let me actually close the garage. There we go, we closed the garage, and it looks like it is morning right now. We only have till the afternoon to do this, so we gotta be fast. So let me get in my TRX, just like so. Let me turn this thing on, and let's start making our way over to the mechanic shop, because the mechanic shop, which is right here, is going to have the brand new semi with a flatbed, and we're gonna be able to take it so we can save this massive car crash. Apparently there was a truck involved, and the truck ended up flipping over multiple times, which sounds pretty crazy. But as you guys can hear, this thing sounds so amazing. I might go in first person, because look at this. Wait, let me make sure the road is clear before I take off. All right, let me turn right here, and look at this. Oh my goodness, this thing is so crazy. And this thing is so crazy that I ended up missing the road I had to take a turn in, but that is fine. Let's take a turn right on this road. Let me turn on my blinkers. Let's make a turn, and then we have the mechanic shop right down here. So let me find some parking. I think, you know what, let me just park it right up front. I think this should be a nice spot. You can see my hands twisting the steering wheel. That is pretty cool. But let me carefully do this. Let me back up, and I think that should be good. Let me check the back. Actually, you know what, I can get a little bit closer, so I think now that should be fine. Let me turn off the truck, and look at that. Oh my god, this truck is such a beauty. But anyways, we are now at the mechanic shop, or Tenny, I think that's what it's called. There's a sign up here that says Tenny, so we are Tenny. Let's see, where is the semi? Oh, it's right there. I see it. Hold on, let me open this right here, and would you take a look at this? Oh my goodness, dude, this thing is so long. Wait, can I hop on? Oh, look at that. Is this a chain? Oh, that is pretty sick. Yo, we gotta check this out. So let me get in right here. Let's turn it on, and let's pull out this bad boy. And before we actually take off, let's close the garage. So let me try to reach for the top. I cannot. I'm too short. All right, so it looks like I cannot close the garage. I am too short. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. I was gonna try to get on the flatbed and then try to close the garage, but I don't think that's gonna work. Anyways, let's start making our way over to the crash site, which is going to be located right around right here, around this bridge. So let me turn this thing on, and let me turn on the beacons as well. And let's see, the amber. Yeah, let's do amber. And I think we are now ready to go. Look at that. We've got all the lights turned on, and I don't think I've made a video with this semi. I mean, if I have, I probably forgot, to be honest. But this thing is pretty nice. I've never seen a semi with a flatbed. This is actually my first time. I mean, if you guys have seen one, let me know in the comments in real life. I've never seen a semi with an actual flatbed. But let me check the map. Just got to make sure we are going the right way, and it looks like we are. So we're gonna step on it and drive all the way to the bridge so we can check out this incident, so we can save them. I wonder how bad it is. So this is the gas station right here, which means we are very close. There should be a dirt road down here. So let me turn on my blinkers, and let's make a right turn, just like so. And there should be a bridge down here, and it's kind of blurry. I think there is a car crash. Let's see how bad this is. And oh my goodness, this is really bad. Actually, the whole front of this Camaro is destroyed. Look at the suspension. And then we have a Ford right here that just completely flipped over. This is super bad. We gotta turn around the semi so we can start pulling these cars. Yeah, this is super bad. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get in the semi, and let's flip this thing over so we can start pulling these cars. All right, so I'm gonna finish turning around. Let me just back up, just like so. And I think our first goal is to, what should we do first? Should we try to flip over the Ford? I think we should try to do that. Let's see. Let me see if this works. I'm gonna park this thing right here, and then I think there should be a winch right here. Yeah, there's a winch right here. And then let me see if I can connect it to the Ford. And let's see. Nope, hold on. Let's see. Attach. All right, so we got this thing attached. We've got the chains, everything locked in, and let's see if this can work. So let me try to pull this thing. Okay, so it is getting pulled. I think I'm making things worse. All right, let me disconnect this because this is not good. Let me actually try to pull the Dodge. See, let me try to pull this thing. Oh, this thing can barely move. Oh, this thing is super stuck. That is really bad. Look at the frames. Oh my goodness, we accidentally flipped it over. Well, not accidentally. Yeah, never mind. It was accidental. But look at that. We got the Ford standing up, and then we moved the Dodge out of the way. I think I'm gonna try to move the Ford a little bit back so we can get it on top of the flatbed. So let me just align myself just like so. All right, let me hop out, and then let's see. This is actually where we play with the functions. Oh, it turns this. Okay, I see. So if we go over here, you guys can see the lights are off, but if we click it on, the lights are now turned on. That's pretty cool, but it is currently not nice. So let me turn them back off, and I'm gonna raise the bed just like so, a little bit more, and I think that should be good right there. And now let's extend it so we can get it on the ground a little bit more, and I think that is going to be good right here. here. You know what? A little bit more. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get in the truck right here, the Ford. Let me turn this thing back on, and let's carefully place it on top of the bed, just like so. I'm gonna turn off the engine, and I'm gonna keep the emergency lights on, just like so. And I think we can raise this back up. So let me start lowering this. Look at that. That looks pretty sick. And then I think we gotta retract it. Kind of looks funny. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a lot. All right, the truck looks different. Hold on, let me try to fix this. All right, there we go. Quickly had to fix that. For some reason, it was kind of glitching, but I think we now gotta use this. But before we do, let me actually get the Camaro behind the flatbed. And I'm still laughing because look at the suspension on this thing. This thing had crashed so hard to the point where it completely messed it up. We're gonna have to fix it when we get back to the mechanic shop. But for now, let me extend the stinger. Oh, look at that. And I think we lower this. Yeah, I think that should be good right there. And let me see, can I connect this? Let me try to connect this. Yeah, I'm not sure how to connect this. I'm gonna place it right here. Oh, that's how you do it. Uh-oh, I forgot to press brake on my semi. Hold on, let me try to put the brakes on. Yeah, I don't know why it's getting pushed. So let me retract it a little bit, and I think we are now ready to go. And for some reason, my semi keeps moving. It's a little bit odd. All right, I'm gonna turn my semi back on, and let's start making our way all the way to the mechanic shop. To be honest, I thought this job was going to be a little bit more difficult, but so far it's been fairly easy. But I think what kind of surprised me was when we ended up flipping the truck back over, because I ended up doing it on accident. But as you guys can see, we got everything. We got the Ford on the flatbed, and then we've got the Dodge, or no, I think this is a Camaro on top of the Stinger. Quite the setup we've got going on, and I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty heavy carrying all of this. But anyways, let's make a left turn right here. Uh-oh, that was not the best right turn. But as you guys can see, we are now back at the mechanic shop. We have another job of unloading every single thing back into the mechanic shop. And before I start unloading all of this, I'm gonna open one of the garages. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna open both garages. So let me open this one up, and then let me open this one as well, so we can throw in the Camaro and the Ford truck in there so they can get this fixed. And oh my goodness, look at my truck. It looks so good. And why is my semi moving? All right, so let me hop in my semi, and let me carefully back into the garage. This is gonna be more difficult than I thought. All right, let me try to back into the mechanic shop, just like so. And let's try to disconnect it from the Stinger, just like so. Let me just pull this back right here. I'm gonna park it right back here. I'll turn the engine off, and then let me fold the Stinger back. Uh-oh, whoops. Alrighty, everyone, I ended up fixing the Stinger back to its normal position, and now we just gotta load the Ford truck in the second garage. So let me fix myself and back into the second one. So I think I'm gonna park it right here, just like so. And let me go towards the controls, and let me start lowering the bed. All right, first I think we have to raise it, and then I think we have to extend it. Uh-oh, what is happening to my semi? And all right, cool. Now we just gotta hop in, roll this thing, and park it right down here. Awesome, look at that. We've got the Ford truck that is completely destroyed, and the Camaro that is also completely destroyed from the suspension, successfully delivered. Let me just pull this back. Hold on, where is it? Oh, no, that is not good. All right, so let me retract my bed. Let me lower this, and then let me retract it, just like so. And then we are almost done with this job, and I think that should be good. Look at that, perfect, like completely normal. Let me just close this thing back down. Wait, hold on, this thing is not working. Okay, there we go. Everyone say goodbye to the Ford and to the Camaro. And we have one last job, and that is to park our semi back where we got it from. So let me align myself, because I feel like I am very crooked, and let's back into the garage. And there we go, we are now parked in the garage. Let me put this in park, turn it off, and then let's also turn off our beacon and then our amber. Where is it? Okay, there we go, off. Awesome, look at that. Now I just gotta try to close this. Awesome, finally. I tried to close it earlier today, but it was not working. And let's go inside of Tenny's, and let's see if we can talk to anyone. Why is there two doors right here? That's a weird layout. Anyways, let's see. Oh, hello, good sir. I kind of left a couple cars in the mechanic shop. Can you guys fix them? Oh, yes. Awesome. Talk to my manager. He'll pay for them. All right, bye. I don't know why that was a little bit awkward. But anyways, let's hop into our TRX, this complete monster. Oh yeah, look at this. We are so back, and we can finally head back home, which with the power of editing, I'll catch you guys over there in 3, 2, and 1. Home sweet home. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like we are now back. Let me just park in my driveway, just like so, and we are now done. Let me actually check what time is it, and okay, it looks like we are 1 hour away from the sunset, which means we managed to complete this job just in time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. But for now, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace. Car does not. Oh. Yeah, well, there it goes. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And look at that. What a beautiful morning in Southern Mudding. And we are back with another video because today we're going to be saving another car crash. I don't know what is up with all these car crashes, but we're going to be saving this car crash today. And we're also going to be using a new tow truck that I didn't know that Southern Mudding had. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. And let's get into it. And as you guys can see, we are in our new farm. You guys know that I love this farm. It is so huge and massive, and for some reason my house is white, so let me quickly change the color. I like my house to be dark gray. There we go. And let me hop into the Corvette. We're gonna be taking the Corvette today. Hold on, I cannot hear this thing. I had to raise the volume. Alrighty, let's start driving to the location. I believe it is heading towards the car crash ended up happening near the new track, so we're gonna go see right now what the mess is kind of looking like right now. I'm pretty nervous to see what has happened, so let's quickly make our way over there. Thankfully there's not any traffic. I don't know where everyone is. This town has turned into a ghost town. Where is everyone? What the heck? Even the trailer store looks empty. But anyways, let's continue making our way over there. You guys know that in Southern Mudding the days oh no. Yeah, just ignore that. But like how I was saying, you guys know that the days in this game go pretty fast. And okay, I'm just gonna kind of quickly run through it because it's kind of an emergency, so we don't have too much time. You guys know the sun goes down pretty fast. And wait a minute, is this actually the car crash? Oh my goodness, this is very bad. Oh my goodness, no, this is a Shelby GT. Oh, actually, hold on, let me turn on my emergency lights on. There we go. And oh my goodness, this is a Mustang GT500. It's gotta be because it's got the special edition decal. It looks like this truck might have ran the stop sign and ended up colliding with this Mustang. Oh my goodness, this is super bad. I think we're gonna have to go get that new tow truck for sure. I mean, at least the bike is safe. All right, so let me hop right back in my C8. Let me turn this thing on. Let me turn off the emergency lights, and let's go and quickly pick up this tow truck because looks like we're gonna have quite a job to do today. But we are going to have our tow truck right around the trailer store. I think it should be in the back. We're gonna go and pick it up right now. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but it kind of looks like the one in APM, so you guys are gonna be able to recognize it for sure. But we are now here at the trailer store. Let me pull in, and then we're gonna pull into the parking lot. I don't see the tow truck. I actually don't know where the tow truck is. You know what, let me actually go inside and talk to the manager because I told him that I was going to borrow a tow truck. So hello sir, where is the tow truck? It's in the back. All right, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll check in the back right now. Alrighty, you guys, so apparently he told me it is in the back, but I don't think I saw anything in the back. But let's go check right now. Maybe it is there and I'm blind. But oh, look at that, the tow truck is back here. Oh my goodness, how did we miss this? There's no way that I missed this. But anyways, at least we got it right now. Let me hop in. This thing started up. All right, let me just turn off the emergency lights off, and let me turn on the beacons because this is an emergency. So let's make our right turn right here. I don't think I have to check because the city is pretty empty, so there is no cars today. But as you guys can see, this is the new tow truck that they have in Southern Mudding. I don't know if it's actually really new, but it's new to me, and it looks pretty similar to the one in APM. But let's make a quick stop right here. All right, road is clear. Let's continue going. Alrighty, and we have the accident right here. I think our goal is to pick up the Mustang first, so let me go right behind it, and we're gonna try to pull this thing. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Let me just adjust myself, and hold on, first I gotta put down the bed. So let me turn this and let me move it. Look at that. Let me actually I don't know what is going on. There seems to be no winch. I might have to just back up a little bit and try to pull the Mustang into reverse. Let me see if this works. I'm gonna back up a little bit, and then why is it raining? This is not good. All right, so let me hop into the Mustang, and dude, I can barely move this thing. This thing is completely wrecked from the front bumper. All right, it looks like it is getting nice, so let me quickly turn on my lights and let me back up a little bit, and I think that no, let me do this again. And there we go, we have the Mustang on top of the bed. Let me just put this down just like so, and let's make our way back to the main city so we can drop this off at the mechanic shop because they gotta get this thing completely fixed. So let's start making our way over there. But oh my goodness, I cannot believe this super rare Mustang ended up getting completely destroyed. Hopefully he does have insurance, because if not, then it's going to be a super expensive fix. But you know, I'm guessing he has money because this thing is not cheap as well. This thing is over $100,000. Alrighty, we are now crossing the bridge. We are now back in the city, so let me make a left turn right here and then pull into the plaza so we can get this thing into the shop. But before I actually do that, let me actually open up one of these garages just like so, and let me turn it around so we can drop it off. So I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna do a quick 3-point turn, and I'm I'm gonna get this thing unloaded into the shop. So let me carefully do this, and I think that is going to be good. So let me raise it and then just quickly drop it just like so, and hopefully it does not glitch, because every time when I take cars off the bed it glitches. So let me actually see, and okay, awesome, it is not glitching anymore. And look how shiny this thing is. This thing is very shiny. Kind of sucks that he ended up crashing this thing, but you know, it's kind of a Mustang thing. But anyways, let me get this thing raised and drop just like so. And before we leave, we gotta make sure we close the garage door just like so, and we can now make our way back so we can save the other truck with the trailer. So let me hop right back in and let's start making our way back to the location. You know what, you guys, I'm gonna quickly take a nap in my car because it is nighttime and I'm very tired. So I'm gonna go and sit in the passenger and I'm gonna take a nap until it's morning. So I'll catch you guys then. That was probably one of the worst sleeps I have ever had in my life, but it is now the next day, the morning, which means continue with our journey. Let me just turn on this car and my beacon lights. Oh no freaking way, it is now thundering. Dude, I think I have the worst luck in southern mudding. Let me know in the comments if I have the worst luck in southern mudding, but that will not stop us from rescuing this truck. Oh my goodness, it's thundering very bad. Actually, this is pretty scary, but I don't know how I am going to do this. You know what, maybe they can fit. Actually, you know what, it does not fit on the back of the bed, only the truck does. Let's think. You know what, I think we have to get another tow truck and switch it out with this flatbed, because this will not be able to take both of them at the same time. So let's quickly run back to the trailer store and I'll meet you guys over there. Alrighty everyone, we are now back in the main city. Let me just quickly turn right here, do a little drift, and let's get a tow truck. So I'm gonna park this thing right here and I'm gonna turn off the beacons just like so, and we're gonna go and get the tow truck. Alrighty everyone, it looks like we have the tow truck right here. Look at this thing, this should be able to get the job done. Let me turn on the lights and let me turn on the beacons. Awesome. All right, let's start making our way back to the location. Alrighty everyone, we are now back at the scene. We're gonna get in front of this truck. I think this is a Chevy, it might be one of the new Chevys. I think last time I said it was a Tacoma and I was completely wrong, but let's start lowering this and then let's unfold it just like so. We're gonna make sure it hits the ground, and let's quickly back into this. Let's see, first try, can we get it? Oh, we cannot tow it. What the heck, there is no way. Wait a minute, what if I do this? I'm gonna try to disconnect it, maybe that works. Let's see, let me quickly hop into my tow truck before this thing connects again, and there we go. We got both of them. There's no way, we got the truck, oh my goodness, and the trailer, oh my goodness, but I think it kind of glitched. So I mean, it's gonna do the job fine for now. So let me hop in and I'm gonna quickly do a turn right here. Wait, hold on, let me also raise it. Forgot to raise this. All right, there. Actually, you know what, it's not that bad. It does look very funny, but I mean, it's getting the job done. All right, let's start making our way back to the main city. Well, I guess technically we gotta go back to the mechanic shop so we can drop off these vehicles, and it looks like as completely clear, it is no longer raining or thundering. So let's cross our fingers and hope that it does not rain anymore. But as you guys can see, we're almost to the city, and if you guys have been enjoying this insane mission, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. And let's continue with the video. Oh no. Alrighty everyone, it looks like we are now back in town. Let me quickly drift right here, and then my plan is to drop this thing at the back, because, or you know what, I don't think I can reverse, so I'm gonna drop this in the back so they can take care of this later, because it is not gonna fit in the parking spot. So I'm gonna lower my boom and quickly disconnect this thing from our tow truck. So let me quickly do this, disconnect. Hopefully my car does not, oh yeah, well, there it goes. Yo, that's probably the funniest thing ever. Yo, where did this land? Hold on, I gotta check this out. I want to see where it landed. And oh my goodness, look where it landed. Wait a minute, is this thing floating on the water? Yo, that is crazy. It's kind of whoa, that was weird. It's kind of floating in the water. I mean, if the developers of the game are watching this, yeah, there's a little bug in your game where your cars float in the ocean. Look at that. Or I guess in this case, it is a small lake or something like that. But I think our job is done. We can start making our way back home. Thankfully, we just gotta go straight, because this is actually one of the roads that leads to our house, where I guess our farmhouse, our multi-million-dollar farmhouse. But as you guys can see, this is where we live right here. Let me make sure the road is clear, and let me quickly drift, and let me get this thing backed up. I think what I'm going to do is open the garage and put in the car, because I'm afraid that it's going to rain again, and I don't want my Corvette to get all dirty, because because this thing is all clean and I don't want to pay for another car wash right now. But let me close that just like so, and mission success. I think that was a really good job. We got paid and we rescued both cars. Well, kind of. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another APM video. And as you guys can see, today we are going to be working for the sheriff's office, and I completely forgot my uniform. So yeah, I kind of got in trouble by my sergeant, but that's fine because we're going to go and still do our job, which is going to be rescuing a stolen lifted truck. I don't know where it is, but that is going to be the whole point of this video. We're going to go and find it. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe because it does mean so much to me. And let's begin with the video. So we have our police car right here. It's a nice SUV. I kind of wanted the old one, the Crown Victoria, but I guess it's not going to be in commission for today, but that is fine. We can still use this beauty right here. We're going to turn on our light bar, and the first thing we're going to be going is to a nice little residential area right down here, and we're going to be knocking the doors and seeing if they have any information or they have the stolen lifted truck. And once we find it, we're going to go and tow that thing and return it back to its owner. So we have a long day, or kind of, because we're going to try to do this before the sun falls, so we don't actually have that much time. I kind of lied, but here we are kind of at these houses. I think I'm gonna pull over and I'm gonna park in the driveway like right around here, turn this off, and let's quickly knock inside. Let's see if there's anyone inside. Oh well, my bad, I didn't mean to open that. But oh wait a minute, is there no one inside? Dude, I don't think anyone's inside. Oh no. All right, you know what, we might just have to open and take a peek in their garage and see if they have any stolen vehicles. So let's open this up, let's give a nice check, and I'm really hoping that there's something. And oh my goodness, bro, there is absolutely nothing in here. It is completely empty. All right, we'll just look in the other house, but before I do, I'm gonna close the door and I'm gonna close this garage door. So let me hop right back in and let's take a look at this house. Maybe they have any information or the stolen truck, but I think the truck that we're gonna be looking at today is a GMC. All right, I'm knocking, but no one seems to be opening the door. I don't think, where is everyone? Did everyone go on a camping trip? I mean, if they're not gonna be home, then I might just open up the garage and see if they're gonna have any vehicles or the stolen truck that we are looking for. And no wait, did we find it? Wait a minute. Okay, so this is a lifted truck, but it is not a GMC. This is a Ford. Yeah, this seems to be a Ford. It's actually a really nice Ford. Yo, this thing is clean, you guys, but it's not gonna be the truck that we are looking for. So let me close this right up. Let me close that garage door and let me close that one right there as well. And now we're gonna hop right back into our police car and make our way towards the second house, or I guess the second location, which is gonna be right where is it? Oh, right here. It's so tiny that I couldn't see it, but we're gonna make our way towards this spot. Let me actually also turn on my sirens. There we go, my sirens now should be on, and let's step on it because what time is it actually? Oh my goodness, it's already 11 a.m. It's about to be 12 p.m., which is technically, I guess, the afternoon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we do have a stop sign. Let me quickly check the road is clear. All right, we can cross the intersection, and the third house should be on the right side. I'm gonna start slowing down because we're gonna start pulling into this dirt road. So let's pull in. All right, so far I don't see any trucks or vehicles, so let me hop out. Hello, we gotta give them a little knock, but I don't see anyone. All right, that's fine. Oh man, I don't think anyone's home as well. All right, you guys know the drill. We're just gonna open up the garage doors and let's pray and hope we find something. And there is nothing here. All right, this is actually more difficult than I thought this was going to be, but we do have one more house that we are going to be checking, and it's going to be right here in the corner. I really hope that the stolen truck is right there because there's more houses on the opposite side of the country, and I kind of don't want to be driving that much because I'm kind of lazy, you guys. I'm gonna be really honest, I'm kind of lazy. Anyways, let's make a right turn towards this way, and then I think the house should be, oh wait, I can see it. Look at that. Can you guys see the property right over there? Yo, I have good eyes. Anyways, let's make a right on this intersection, and as you guys can see, we are at the last property of this side of the city. So let's pull in, and all right, no cars. Oh, I feel like I know where the car is gonna be. You cannot fool me. Let's open up this barn and let's see that stolen truck. All right, where is the stolen truck? Yo, what the heckers? There's no trucks right here. I'm just gonna close this up, bro. I'm just gonna close this up. All right, there we go. I think I'm gonna give up. Okay, I gotta use my head. I gotta use my big brain. Where could it be? Oh, wait. I have an idea. Is it right back here? here? Nope. It's completely empty. Wait, we forgot to check the house again. All right, let me hop in my police car and let me see if it's gonna be right here. Let me park it, turn off the engine, and here goes nothing, you guys. I'm gonna go with a wild guess and say that they're not home. Oh, are they home? The TV is on. Oh no. All right, let's make this fast. Let's open up the garage doors and oh my goodness, this is the stolen lifted truck that we've been looking for. No way, I can't believe we actually found it. All right, so I think it's now time to bring the tow truck so we can get this thing recovered and returned to the rightful owner. So let me hop into the SUV and we're gonna make our way towards the mechanic shop, which is gonna be right here, and pick up the tow truck. So let's get moving. Look at that, we are now back in town and the mechanic shop should be right behind the trailer store. So let me take this shortcut right here because we cannot be wasting time, because if you guys actually take a look, it is already 2 p.m. The time is going super fast, faster than I have ever seen it go. So let's quickly go through the car wash and the mechanic shop should be right back here. And since I really don't have time to park this thing right over there, I'm gonna park it right behind the tow truck, just like so. And oh, hold on, let me actually turn off the light. All right, light bar is now off and let's quickly go inside this tow truck. All right, let me hop in and we have now turned on this gigantic semi. And let me also turn on our beacon because this is an emergency. And why not our amber lights? I think the amber lights are pretty cool, so let me turn those as well. Alrighty, now we just gotta go all the way straight and make a right turn, but since this is gonna take a while, since this semi is not the fastest, I'll just catch you guys over there. Alrighty everyone, we are now back at the property where they stole the truck, and I'm gonna turn this thing around. Hopefully they're not home, but we did see a TV on. Maybe they just left it on, who knows, but we're gonna try to make this as fast as possible. So let me carefully back this thing up and I'm gonna park this thing right here and let's start loading the bed towards the floor so we can recover this truck. So I'm gonna begin by raising the bed and then retracting it, or actually it's not this one, it's extending it. Oh my bad. Alrighty, so let me extend it all the way towards the floor and let me just raise it just a little bit more. Now let me grab the chains, there we go, and we're gonna connect it towards the front of this GMC, and now we can just recover it as fast as possible so we can get out of here, because I don't know if this criminal has any weapons and I don't want to find out, honestly. But let me finish up loading up the truck onto the bed. All right, and perfect. We can now disconnect it, put down the straps on every side of the truck. There we go, one right there, and that looks pretty cool. Let me see if they still have their TV on. Oh my goodness, they still have their TV on. All right, so let me quickly return the bed by lowering it, and then we're gonna retract it all the way towards the front. And before we do head out, we're gonna close the garage door like nothing happened, and we're gonna take this truck back to the rightful owner. He does live a little bit far away, so we might do a little time lapse of me driving my way over there. So cue the time lapse. Alrighty everyone, we have now arrived at the property and we're gonna get this thing unloaded at their driveway. So let me actually turn this semi around and then we're gonna drop the bed at their driveway right here and we're gonna return their truck. So let me carefully back up. Alright, I think this is gonna be a nice spot and we're gonna throw it in park, turn off the engine because gas is super expensive. So let's start raising the bed and let's start extending it all the way down so we can unload it right here. Alright, let's see how we're doing. We're almost on the ground. We might have to raise this a little bit more and that should be perfect to be unloaded. So I'm gonna put this thing in neutral and we're gonna roll off and boom. Was that actually good? Yo, that was actually pretty good. We're gonna leave their truck on their driveway so when they get back from work they can see that their truck has been fully recovered. But I'm gonna put the bed back, so we are going to lower it and then we're gonna retract it back to the normal position that it was so we can make our way back to the mechanic shop and get our police car. Alrighty, we are now back and we can now make our way towards the mechanic shop so we can be done with our shift. But as you guys can see, it is already 5 p.m. We barely managed to do this job on time, so I think that deserves a big like and subscribe. But look at that, we are now back at the mechanic shop, or aka called Tanny, which I still don't know what it means, but we're gonna put it in park. We're gonna turn off the beacons and then we're gonna turn off the alley lights and then the ambers, just like so. Turn off the engine and boom, boom, we can now hop in the SUV and make our way towards the police station so we can clock out and call it a successful day. So let's make a left turn right here. We're gonna cross the intersection, and then we have the police station right on our left side. So let's pull in, and we're gonna quickly park up our car right here. Oh, hold on, that was a really bad parking job. Let me kind of fix myself, and let's go inside so we can officially be done with this job. Although if this job wasn't difficult, it was pretty tedious going around these houses and searching for the police car. But with that in mind, we're gonna clock out, and boom, we are now done with our shift. Let me open up the doors. We're gonna lock up everything because the sun is about to go down, and I'm gonna make my way home and probably catch a shower. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. Go, 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 go. Guys, I just woke up and I just heard someone take my Corvette. So someone just stole my Corvette. We have to go and get it before they actually crash it. So let's go. As you guys can see, it is the morning right now, and we are back with Southern Modding. So make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe because this is going to be an insane video. So we are in a 6x6 and we're going to try to find our Corvette because someone just stole it off my driveway. I literally just heard someone take it as I was waking up, and we have to hurry up because I don't want them, like I said, I don't want them to crash this at all. So we're gonna go look for my car and take it back because obviously this car does not belong to them. So I'm gonna drive a little bit crazy because I am very worried about my car, but so far I don't see anything. We're gonna drive into the city and see maybe if we took it to, I don't know, one of the shops or something like that. Hopefully we can find him because I don't know what he could do to my car. But so far there seems to be quite the people, and there's a police person right here. I don't think they've seen the person that stole my Corvette, but we're gonna continue driving. So far I don't see anything. Wait, hold on. Okay, so the shop looks pretty empty, so I don't think anyone is in there, and no one is at the trailer store. So maybe they took it camping or something like that. Who knows? But it looks like we have an intersection right here, and so far I don't see anything. I think I'm gonna take a left turn. Oh, wait a minute, is that my Corvette? No way, no freaking way. Did he crash it? Oh my goodness, what happened? OMG, dude, did he crash my Corvette? We gotta check this out. Hold on. Oh my goodness, the entire front is smashed into it, and it looks like the trucker took an ambulance, and I think the robber that stole my Corvette literally fled on foot because I don't see him. He probably went to go hide in the woods or something like that. But look at the condition my Corvette is in. Oh my goodness, I don't think my insurance is going to pay for this. But anyways, we gotta fix this thing. I think what we have to do is pick up a tow truck, which is going to be right down at the trailer store. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, so we can get this thing back to the mechanic shop. Oh my goodness, dude, this is a complete disaster. What a way to wake up, right? So let me get back in my 6x6 and let's start making our way over to the trailer store so we can get some type of tow truck so we can save my car, and we will probably move that semi out of the way as well because I doubt that it took any damage. As you guys can see, the semi took pretty much almost no damage, and my car crumbled like paper. But we have the trailer store right here. I'm gonna make a right turn right here, and we're gonna get it parked next to the tow truck. Wait a minute, where's this guy gonna park? I don't know if he's gonna park or anything, but I'm gonna park my truck right here. I'm gonna take his parking spot. I'm gonna park it, turn off the engine, and let's get in the tow truck. So let me get in here and let me turn on the beacon lights. There we go. And let's start making our way back to the car crash. But I guess this is a lesson for me because I always leave all of my cars parked in the driveway. So I think I'm gonna start parking them inside the garage just to prevent something like this to ever happen again. But we are back at the spot, so I think I'm gonna pull the Corvette. Well, at least I'm gonna try to pull the Corvette, and then, well, you know what? Let me actually pull the semi out of the way. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this thing has no issues. It's still running pretty good, actually. I'm impressed how strong these things are, but I'm gonna park this thing right down the road so it won't be in anyone's way. So we're gonna leave that thing parked right there, and then I'm gonna get back in my tow truck so we can pick up my Corvette and take it to the shop because we gotta get this thing fixed up. So I'm gonna start lowering the boom. I think that's what it's called, the boom. So let me get this thing lowered just like so, and then we're gonna get this lowered as well. There we go, just like so. And let's see, can we pick this up on the first try? Let's see how goated I am. And oh, look at that, that was pretty easy. So we're gonna pick this up a little bit and let's start making our way back to the mechanic shop so we can get this thing fixed up. But what a crazy morning, because not only did we start off our morning with a high-speed chase pretty much because we were looking for the person that crashed my Corvette, but we are now saving it and taking it to the mechanic shop. So let me make a right turn right here, and kind of a wide turn. Thankfully there wasn't anyone coming. And by the way, there's actually a huge update coming tomorrow, Friday, and I believe they're going to add dirt bikes, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys won't have to miss out on that video. But enough of that, make sure you also smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. I forgot to say at the beginning of the video because it was so crazy and hectic because we had to save this my Corvette. But we're gonna back up right in here and we're gonna drop it off. So let me be careful and back this thing up. Gotta make sure I drop it right between the lift, and I think that should be good right there. So let me get this thing raised down, drop it, and then lower it just like so. And I think I just gotta hop out and disconnect this thing. Hold on, let me just disconnect this thing. There we go. What the heck? I don't know what happened, but let me get back in my tow truck and let me throw this back up just like so. And now let me raise this, and I think that should be the standard placement. So let me get this thing parked back at the trailer, and then we're gonna make our way back to pick up the semi. So I'm gonna park my truck right here, but before I do, let me also turn off my beacon lights because we don't need them anymore. So let me park right here, and let's go quickly and pick up the semi because it is getting pretty dark. Or you know what, let's just pick it up in the morning. So I'm gonna make my way home and I'll catch you guys over there. Back home, I'm gonna park my truck right in the driveway, and let's go inside because we have a long day tomorrow morning. So let me get inside. What did I just do? So let me go inside. Let me go upstairs to my bedroom because I'm gonna go knock out because tomorrow we have to save the semi. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It looks like today is another beautiful morning. So we're gonna step outside and we're wait a minute, I forgot to close my doors. There we go. And we're gonna go save the semi. So let me get back in my truck. Let me get this thing turned on and let's start making our way over there. Alrighty, everyone, I am back at the place so we can save this semi. I'm gonna park right behind it, and then we will be back to pick up my truck. So let me just align myself. There we go. And let's hop into this gas tanker. It's actually a gas tanker. I really didn't see what it was because I was so distracted looking at my car because I was very shocked to see that my Corvette was literally destroyed. So we're gonna do the company a favor and deliver this gas tanker to the gas station, and then we'll come back to get our truck, and then we'll also check to see if our Corvette is finally fixed. But we gotta make sure we do this before the afternoon because I want to get home before the night. So let's be quick with this. Alrighty, it looks like we are now back in the main city. We're gonna make a right turn right here. Actually, you know what, it's green, so let me just go straight. I was gonna make whoa, that was a fast green. Yeah, it's red. You know what, yeah, let me just make a right turn right here, kind of wide. Hopefully I don't hit the post, and look at that, cleared. We cleared it. So I think this is where they fill up the gas station. So I think I'm just gonna park this thing like somewhere around here. Oh, you know what, let me just park it right down here. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good idea. I'm gonna park it right down here. So I think I'm gonna park it just like so. Yeah, that's perfect. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in park, turn it off, and let's make our way back to our truck. So I'm gonna take an Uber. I'll catch you guys over there. And here we are. The Uber just dropped me off, and we are now back to pick up our 6x6. On accident I turned on my engine and then turned it off. Anyways, let's make our way back home because they just told me that they delivered. They actually were very nice and very kind to deliver my Corvette back to my house. So we have a stop sign right here. Let's make a right turn. Let me put on my blinkers. The road is clear so we can make a nice turn, and a very nice and safe turn. And then let's make a left turn right here. Make sure that intersection is clear. All right, we are on the good. And then let's make a left turn right here. And would you look at that, it looks like our Corvette, hold on, my blinker's still on, and it looks like our Corvette has been completely fixed. So let me actually back into my driveway so we can check this thing out and see what kind of fixes they ended up doing. So I mean, this was a very expensive fix because my insurance said that they didn't want to cover the cost, so I had to pay with my own cash. So but at least we have our Corvette back. Look at this thing, it is like brand new. You know what, let's give this a quick spin and see if it's back to new. So I'm gonna get back in here. Dude, this Corvette sounds so good. Let me turn off traction and ABS and let's give this a try. Oh yeah, this thing still got it. It still got it. Oh yeah, this thing is still fun. Look at this. Oh yeah, we are so back. Alright, before I end up crashing this thing, I'm gonna get this thing parked in my driveway just like so. And I think that was a very successful mission. Not only did we save my Corvette, but it got restored, and we did a company a favor where we returned their gasoline at the gas stations. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next Southern Mudding video. Peace. I just finished doing it and cleaning all of the dishes, but look at that. What a beautiful day. Let's actually go and walk outside. What, everyone, welcome back to another video. And hold on, let me close my door because I think in the last video I might have left it open. But anyways, look how beautiful it is today. I think it is so amazing that we're gonna go on a fun little trip, not camping, but on a fun little trip. Because if we take a look in this garage, look what my friend was able to let me borrow. An ATV. Look, it's even got some brand new off-roading tires. This is super cool. Oh, and we will also take a boat into the sea because some of the ice has melted, so it's going to be an amazing and fun video. Make sure you guys stick along, and if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So we have the ATV right here. Let me quickly hop in this thing. Let me turn this thing on, and look at this. Before we actually take this to the location where we're gonna be having fun for today, we gotta go and pick up some ramps so we can throw it in the back of our TRX. So let me quickly close my garage just like wait, hold on, there we go. So let me quickly hop in my TRX, turn this bad boy on just like so, and let's make our way to the store so we can pick up some ramps. I believe this store should be located right here, so let's make a left turn right here and let's step on it because I want to make sure I have fun throughout the entire day and we managed to get back home in time. So let me turn to the left, and the reason I'm saying this is because once it starts to get night, it gets way more difficult to see, and I'm not trying to do all of that. So let's make a left, no, I mean a right turn right here, and then a left turn right here, and here we are at the RP2 store. So let's go inside. I believe they should have ramps in here. Oh, here they are. So they have 12 kg ramps, or we can get the 1.5, which we are going to get because these are actually the perfect size for the ATV. So let me quickly hop right back in just like so. Let me turn on this thing and let's start making our way back home so we can get the ATV loaded in the back of our bed. But I am so excited that spring is coming because I'm going to be very honest, I am very tired of the snow. I feel like I can't have as much as fun as I can with all the snow on the road. It's very dangerous for sure. But let me turn into my driveway and we are now back home. So I'm gonna quickly do a little U-turn just around my ATV, and let me carefully back this up just a little bit. Now we can actually open the trunk, well, I guess the tailgate, and then we can place our ramp. So I think I'm gonna place one right there, and I'm gonna place the second one right there. I think that should be good. Yeah, I think this should be good. All right, let me hop in the ATV. I'm gonna turn this thing on and let's try to get it on the back of our TRX. So let me carefully do this, and I think that might be good. Is that perfect? Maybe let me get a little bit closer. Okay, now it's perfect. All right, let me turn this thing off and let me remove the ramps just like so, and let's put up the tailgate, and look at that, dude. That is a perfect fit. It looks super nice. Alrighty, next up on our task is to head over to the shop, which is right here, and pick up our boat that we're gonna be using today. So let's start making our way over there. The sun is going up pretty fast. It looks like it is now 10 a.m. So let me make a left turn right here and let's step on it and go super fast. Let's see how fast we can go. 129 miles per hour. This thing is super quick because we even have an ATV in the back of our truck. So let me turn right here. Oh, I almost hit the stop sign. I kind of got scared. But we should have the boat store or something like that. I think it's actually called the aquatics store, but let's actually see what it is called. So we have the store right on our left. So let's pull into the center, and it is called APM Aquatics. Oh, okay, I thought it was called Aquatics Center or store or something like that. But look, we have the boats right here. Look at that. So this is the boat that we are going to be renting today, not buying, because I'm kind of low on money. We just purchased that TRX and this thing is really expensive. They also have some weird color skis or something like that, and they also have this one if you're just like by yourself like me. Anyways, let's get our TRX connected to our boat. So let me get this thing turned around and connected. All right, we're gonna get this connected on the first try, and look at that. But alrighty, next up we can finally start having our fun. So let me actually pull up to the campsite that we're gonna be having fun now. I think I ended up camping here one time. I think it was like 2 months ago. So it's been quite a time that it's passed, but I think I just missed I think I just missed it. Hold on, let me turn around. Gonna do a little bit of off-roading. And here it is. First off, we're gonna end up dropping the boat off. So let me turn around and back up into kind of like where we drop off the boats. So let me carefully do this. I'm not sure how far I'm supposed to go in. I think that should be good, honestly. So let me quickly hop out and disconnect this just like so. And let me hop back in. And now we can have fun with the ATV. I think we're gonna have some fun right around here. I'm thinking about parking my car right here and then unloading the ATV because I want to go into the mud. Look at this mud. It is so, well, actually it's not that deep, but it looks very, very nasty. But let me pull the ramps again. So one goes right there and the second one goes right there. All right, we can now hop in, turn this thing on, and let's carefully unload this. And there we go. So let's do this little track. This thing looks pretty fun. So let's do this. I think it should be pretty easy. Uh-oh. I think I spoke too soon. All right, let me try this again. Come on, you can do it. All right. It is pretty rough. It's kind of has a little bit of trouble going through the rocks just like so. And come on. Yes. We're halfway done with the track. We get a turn right here. Oh, we kind of drifted. And then let's continue going. We are almost done with the track. I feel like it's getting way harder. Come on. Oh, this is super hard. Hold on. Let me actually try this in first person. Ooh, this looks nice. All right, where do we go next? Right here, I see my truck in the distance. We are now finished with this mud run. Oh, look at my ATV. Look at this thing. It is so freaking dirty. Oh my goodness. We might have to take this to the car wash. But I think we can now go on the boat. So let me hop into my ATV and let's go on the boat because we are now done having fun with the ATV. So let me actually park this thing right here. We're gonna give it its own parking spot. It looks pretty adorable. So we have our boat right here. We're gonna take off the straps. Gonna get a little bit wet, so let me take off the straps just like so, and let's turn this thing on. All right, let me turn it. Uh-oh, is this thing stuck? And there we go. We are now driving the boat. Look at this, dude. This is so freaking cool. We can now use the boats in the water. I am having so much fun, but this thing is pretty rusty. It hasn't been used for several months now. And what just happened? Do you guys smell that? It smells burnt. Is it coming from the engine? What the heck? Don't tell me this thing broke down in the middle of the ocean. I might have to call the police. I don't know what to do. Let me try to turn this thing on again. I don't know why it's not working. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It's not working. All right, I'm gonna try to go back to the pier so we can get this thing delivered to the No. What are you doing? Oh no, it's sinking. Oh my goodness. This thing is broken. I'm not sure what to do. My car is all the way across the water. I think I'm going to try to turn this on one more time and drive this back to the pier. So here goes nothing in 3, 2, and 1. And oh, it's working. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna try to get as close as I can to the pier, and then no. Come on. No. Oh no. Look how close I was. Dude, I was so close. I think I have to get in the water and push this all the way back to the pier. Ugh, this thing is not that heavy actually. This is pretty easy. But oh my goodness, I am getting so dirty right now. I know this looks weird, but it's working. All right, we are now super close to getting it back. No. Don't go that way. We are so close to getting it back on the trailer. All right, so let me carefully push this. And is it almost done? Oh, it is so close. Look at that. We are so close. Okay, one final push. Come on. I think I just got to put on the straps. Oh, it's not placed correctly. Hold on. I think I have to put it more towards the right. You guys, this is not working. Wait a minute. Will that work? It is now back on the trailer. Oh my goodness. Dude, I just got super lucky right now. Okay, I have one more thing to do, and that is to get my TRX and get it connected to the back of the boat because I am done with that. Dude, that was a super scary thing. But I'm gonna get back in the ATV and drive back to the TRX. So I think first what I'm going to do is, oh, actually, you know what? My ramps are already down, so I don't have to put it again. So let me hop back in and let me get this thing on top of the ramps just like so. And let me turn it off and let's hop out. Now we can take off the ramps 1 and 2 and pull up the tailgate just like so. So let me get back in my truck and let me quickly back up and get the trailer connected to the back of my TRX, my awesome truck. So let me carefully do this. I'm gonna try not to damage my truck, and look at that. I'm gonna hop out just to make sure everything is good and tight, safe and secure, and everything looks very nice. Actually, let me just throw the ramps in the back of the TRX just like so, and we can now make our way. Wait a minute, why is my light on? There we go. And now we can make our way to the aquatics because we're gonna go and drop this off. This thing is now broken, but we're not gonna tell them because they're gonna charge me a lot of money, and honestly it is not my fault. So I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna back up so we can drop this thing off. Hold on, let me readjust myself. This thing is super crooked. All right, I think that is going to be perfect right here. All right, I'm gonna hop out, quickly disconnect this. I think the sun is going down. I'm not sure. Wait a minute, what time is it? Oh, okay, so it looks like it's going to be 6 p.m. or even 7. Yeah, it looks like it's 7 actually. I'm gonna hop into my TRX and I'm gonna start driving back home because it is getting pretty late. So I'm gonna step on it and I'm gonna meet you guys over there. Oh my goodness, we are now back home, sweet home. I'm gonna quickly unload this ATV from my truck. So let me open up the tailgate and open up my garage. Let me quickly grab the ramps as well. Here we go. So let's place one right there and the second one oops, right there. Okay, for a second I thought I had messed up, but let me get this thing unloaded and let's throw it in the back of our garage just like so. And look at that, we are now back and it is completely clean, like brand new. My friend is never gonna know. Wait, unless you guys tell them, which you guys shouldn't. It's going to be our secret. But let me pull up my ramps, pull up my tailgate, and let me park my TRX in my driveway. Hold on, let me just quickly fix myself. I don't like when I'm too crooked, it looks bad, but there we go. Now let me just quickly throw on the ramps in the back and close this garage. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so exhausted. And look at the sunset, it is going down so fast. It looks so nice. But if you guys did enjoy this little trip, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What a boring day. What's everyone, welcome back to another video. And today, and what the heck, why is my face looking like that? Trust me you guys, I am happy. Anyways, today we are going to become a sheriff in APM because we're going to be saving an insane crash that just happened with a tiny house. So we're going to be saving this in today's video. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So let's start making our way towards the site. I actually don't know where this happened. I believe that happened near the truck stop, which they added last month, and it's super cool, you guys. We're gonna make our way towards that area. Let me just turn on my police car. We're gonna turn on the light bar and we're gonna turn on the siren. So we're gonna start making our way over there because this is an emergency. Everyone right now just got sent to the hospital, and now we're just gonna go and see the rest of the damage that has happened right now. So let's open up the map and let's make sure we are going the right way because we don't want to be going the wrong way and wasting time, because we want to make sure we save these vehicles before the sun falls, because if we don't, then it's going to be almost impossible for us to complete this job. Oh wait a minute, is that it right there? Holy moly, guacamole. Let me turn off my sirens right now because we have arrived at the scene. Look at this. I did not know it was a wrecker that just completely destroyed this. Oh my goodness, I am completely speechless right now. Look at this. The entire side of the tiny house has been destroyed by the wrecker. Oh, it looks like the truck is not damaged at all. Okay, so that's a good thing. The truck is not damaged, but only the tiny house and a little bit on the wrecker. If you guys didn't know, this wrecker is made out of the strongest materials that you could ever think of. So I think the first thing we need to do is move the semi, or I guess the wrecker, a little bit backwards. So let me quickly turn this thing on. There we go. And we're also going to turn on the amber light and the beacons because we want people to see us. And oh my goodness, look at this. This thing is stuck. This is not good at all. Look at this. How are we supposed to remove this? Let's think, you guys. I have an idea. I think we can try to go to the store and grab some type of winch. And if we grab some type of winch or cable, then we can try to pull the tiny house away from the wrecker. So let's quickly make our way towards the plain tool store because they actually sell this at this store. So let's make our way into town and let's grab this cable that we need, and hopefully this works, because if this doesn't work, then we might be cooked, you guys. Chat, we might be cooked. So let's pull into the center. Let's make a left turn right here, and I'm gonna quickly run into the store super fast. So let's quickly run inside, because if you guys take a look, it is already 11 a.m. and we cannot be wasting any more time. So where is the straps? I don't know where the straps are. Oh, is this the strap? Let's freaking go. All right, let's go back into the police car and let's make our way back to the scene so we can try to rescue the tiny house, because right now it is completely destroyed. All right, the road is clear. Let's make a turn. Not the best turn for sure. I guess what matters is that we are now on our way back to the scene. I am literally going over 100 miles per hour. I am not going slow at all. It's okay, because I am the law. Anyways, we are now back in the scene. I'm gonna start slowing down. I don't want to be the third car that crashes into the tiny house, so I think I'm gonna go right around the tiny house, and then let me just quickly do a little turn, and then I'm gonna try to connect the strap to the front of my cruiser, just like so, and then we're gonna try to connect it towards this side. Boom, look at that. And now we're gonna try to pull this. Hopefully this works. Let's cross our fingers. So in 3, 2, and 1, let's pull this thing. Oh, come on. Oh no, come on. Pull. I think it's working. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, I have an idea. What if I pull it really hard like this? We put it in park, and then we run inside the wrecker and try to pull it. I think that should be able to work. Let's hope that I am a genius. Turn this thing on and let's pull it. Come on. Oh no, it's not working, you guys. Oh no, this thing is really stuck. So I think I made things a little bit worse. Take a look, and oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna quickly disconnect the rope. There we go. The strap is now disconnected, and I'm gonna try to connect the strap on this side, and now technically it should work. So let's attach it and let's pull it. So I'm gonna give it one huge pull in 3, 2, and 1. Come on, please work. Come on. Oh no way, did it actually work? Please tell me this worked. I think it's almost out. Wait, what if I try to get into the ram and try to pull it? Oh no, this thing does not want to work at all. Dude, this is a complete mess. Alrighty, I'm gonna pull it one more time, and no way, did it actually work? Please tell me it worked. Dude, it is now free from the semi. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna quickly hop into the wrecker right here. There we go, and we're gonna try to kind of park this thing right at the brand new truck stop that they added in last month's update, and then we're gonna make our way back to the police car and then grab a trailer so we can tow that tiny house, because it is completely destroyed, you guys. So I'm gonna start turning off the beacons. I'm gonna turn off the alley lights, and I'm gonna leave this wrecker parked up right here. So let's get this thing parked up. There we go. Look at this. This thing is quite the beauty, you guys, but it is quite destructive as well. But anyways, I'm gonna make my way to my police car. I have quite the long walk, but I'll catch you guys over there. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am out of breath. I think I might faint. Alrighty, everyone, we're gonna quickly run into the cop car, and oh, hold on, I think I need to disconnect the strap. Let me just do this, and boom, the strap is now disconnected from the tiny house. And let's quickly run towards the implement store, because we're gonna try to get a trailer so we can get that thing loaded up and returned at the mechanic shop so they could fix it, because right now it is not in good condition and it cannot be towed with the truck. But it looks like we are now back in town, and if we take a look at the time, and oh my goodness, it is already 2 p.m. Dude, time flies in APM. I remember time used to take forever. But anyways, enough of the yapping. We are now at the implement store. I'm gonna leave my police car probably parked right here. Let's leave our police car right here. We're gonna put it in park, turn off the engine, and then turn off the lights, of course. Let me also leave the straps in here. There we go. And we're gonna get into the semi, because we're gonna get the tiny house loaded onto this gigantic trailer, you guys. But let me hop in. We're gonna turn on this bad boy, and let's turn on the beacons as well, because this is going to be a gigantic load. Look at this. This actually might be the biggest trailer in American Plains mudding. Alright, so we are back on the main road. Let me quickly make a left turn right here without trying to go off-roading too much. And oh, kind of went off-roading, but that's fine. We successfully made that turn, and now we are on our way to returning at the scene so we can get this job finally finished and before the sun sets, which we we might have to call it close, you guys. Alright, so I think I might get in front of this thing. I don't know. Oh, actually, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna put the trailer parked right back here. Let me hop out, and we're gonna quickly disconnect the front of the trailer, just like so. And then we're gonna move the semi a little bit forward so we can load up this tiny house. Hopefully the truck works. If not, then yeah, we're definitely cooked. So let's park up the semi right up front, and then let's try to get into the truck. Hopefully this thing works. And oh my goodness, I think the suspension is completely broken, you guys. Look at this. This does not look normal. But let me hop in. Let's see if this thing is working. And yes, let's go. It is completely working like nothing happened. But I'm gonna quickly turn around. Where can I turn around? Oh, wait a minute. I can quickly back up just like this, and then I can pull forward. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then how do I do this? How do I load up the tiny house on there? Oh, wait a minute. I have to turn around again. Dude, I am so clumsy. Alrighty, everyone. I managed to turn around the tiny house, and we're gonna try to get this thing loaded onto the trailer. Hopefully my skills are not too bad, and we can get this thing on top of the trailer. And it seems that this thing keeps moving. Oh no, hold on. I think I'm gonna turn around. I have an idea. Alright, so we're gonna try it from this side. We're gonna go on to this just like this. Oh no, am I stuck now? Alright, so I'm a little bit crooked, but I think it should work. So I'm gonna quickly disconnect this. There we go. And now the house is technically onto the trailer. Look at that. Dude, I'm a genius. Anyways, let's quickly get into the semi because we are on the last hour. So let me hop in. There we go. And we're gonna get it connected towards the back of the trailer. And boom, look at that. We are now connected. We're gonna make our way towards the mechanic shop. I think I have to turn around at the truck stop because I'm not gonna be able to do a U-turn anywhere right here because it is so small and super narrow. I'm also gonna hope that this tiny house does not fall because it is currently not strapped down. So let's go around the truck stop and let's start making our way towards the mechanic shop. I'm gonna keep an eye out and make sure that this tiny house does not fall because if it falls, then this whole mission is going to be a complete failure. And to be honest, you guys, I am super exhausted. We saved the wrecker and returned it at the truck stop, and then we rescued this tiny house, which we're about to finish. Since we are back in town, I'm gonna try to go into this small tiny road, oh no, without damaging the tiny house or making it tip over. So let's quickly go through. Please do not fall. If this thing falls, it's gonna be so bad. Okay, good. Look, yes, let's go. We need some W's in the chat. And now where is the the mechanic shop is right here. I am so blind. All right, so let's go around and then we're gonna slowly back into the garage. So before I do start straightening myself out, I'm gonna open up the garage door. I think I'm gonna try to pull in into that one right there. So hopefully that works. I'm going to hop in and I'm gonna quickly pull into this APM store right here so we can start backing this gigantic trailer because this is not a small delivery. So let me carefully finish backing this thing up. Everything looks good so far. I'm gonna have to knock on wood and make sure nothing bad happens because knowing my luck, it can be pretty bad. But I'm gonna put this thing in park, turn it off, and boom, look at this. We have the entire semi loaded inside the mechanic shop with the tiny house that was completely destroyed. Hopefully they can fix it. I don't know if they can. I'm guessing they could. But anyways, where did I leave my police car? Oh my goodness. I think I left my police car at the implement store. Oh no, this is going to be a long walk. Oh, dude, I am so I am so tired. But we are now back at the police car. Why do I do this to myself? But we're gonna start making our way back to the police station so we can clock out, and I'll catch you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone, we have now arrived at the sheriff's station, which is right there, and I'm gonna back up my cruiser right on this parking spot right here. Let me carefully do this. Park. Engine is now off, and look at that. What a successful day and mission. And look at that, we managed to do it right in time. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this mission. Was it a W or an L rescue? But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next video. Peace.